Every fall, the war begins. 4 teams, no love, just wins. From Philly Bulls to Dallas Stars, the passion runs deep and leaves its stars. New York pride in that Meadowland blue. DC dreams trying to break through. Rivalries on, but the fire stays fresh. Blood, sweat, tis the Nfc East Clash. It's the Nfc East Clash. Every yard fall like somebody got hurt. Trash talk loud, predictions bold, but no team falls. When the season unfolds, Eagles fly, Giants grind, Cowboys shine. Commanders fine, every fan base ready to feast. It's war every year in the Nfc East. Coaches change, but the hate remain. December games in icy rain. From Dak to Hurst to Sack is birth. The headlines write themselves by the first. You think you're safe, not in the zone. Your record don't matter, this is homegrown. They circle these games from summer to snow. It's bragging rights and a show of soul. It's the NFC East Clash, legends made. Broken dreams, your glory paid. 4th and inches, red zone heat. Miracles made on too many beats. Philly's mean, New York tough. Dallas loud, DC rough. No love, lost can of triumph. Just pride and peace. Welcome back to the Nfc East. Thanksgiving lights, Monday night hype. A fan base ready to fight all night. They don't shake hands, they draw the line. This ain't just football, federal turn. Nfc East Clash, no easy road. Every rivalry about to explode. Years of grudges, decades deep. Even the off-season can't make them sleep. It's forever fire in the NFC East.
Anywhere in the league.
If the Dallas Cowboys are going to take us for granted, we'll whip their ass.
Oh, I would have said something to Buddy, but he wouldn't stand on the field long enough. He put his big fat rear end into the dressing room.
Are you not entertained? I love it! I love it! Hey, Sully, I hope I never get back in there and kick you!
I remember we were at Philadelphia. We had to win the game to get in the playoffs. And all of a sudden, late in the game, there goes the ball flying around. Who comes up with it? Sean.
Loose on the ground. 2-man big pile up for it. Picked up by the Redskins. Sean Taylor up to the races.
He had a knack for just big plays.
The NFC East becoming a beast.
Boom shakalaka!
All right, I want a good clean fight. I want a comfy pair of shoes. And I want a nice ham sandwich. Not too fatty. You got that? Let's get it on.
We're going to be successful this year because Jackson Dart's going to play. You understand me? Do you hear what I'm saying? We're going to be successful because Jackson Dart is going to play. I'm telling you now, he's going to play. Brian Dable, seat's hot. He's going to coach his ass off. This defense stays healthy, we're going to bust some damn ass. Hey. We getting them cheeks, dog. You know what I'm saying? We getting them cheeks. Call up Washington. Tell them to wear them raggedy ass jerseys week 1. We will bust their ass in them.
Well. Good evening, everybody. Game time, Brian, otherwise known as a man with my partner in crime, or over here. Yeah, over here. Prime time, okay. Phil. What's going on, Phil? Are we ready for the man, the myth, the legend? In his mind, you know I love him, but what's going on, Phil? First and foremost, before we bring on our guest, what's going on, my man? How are you?
Yeah, I would say, can you really ever truly be ready for that type of energy? And you know, you can always talk some trash, but you know,
yeah,
it's a good. I think I love the energy that he brings to New York. I mean, he's been around for a while. You know, I'm not going to drop the name yet, But obviously, if you're in the channel, you know exactly who we're talking about, and you just saw him right there. But no, I love his energy. I love, it's just some of the stuff that he does on his channel. There's some times where you get really like he gets under your skin. And I think that's what
Yeah,
NFC
baby,
East
that's what we
division rivals
like.
should do. So let's be real.
Well, NFC East football. NFC East football is where it's at. We love the Cowboys. Obviously, Pizzle loves the Giants. We have Eagles Drew joining us tonight, who thinks the sun rises and sets with the Philadelphia Eagles, who are relative newcomers to this Super Bowl thing. But man, have they come on and they are dominating everything and everything. It is what it
Well,
is.
they still got to catch up in their own state. So I mean, I don't know.
Ooh, shots fired! Shots fired!
But yeah. We it's never too early. I mean, we've been talking all summer. I think we're just ready to kind of get something. At least there's some I don't want to say hitting bodies. Sometimes when somebody's acting a little bit rough, but at least we've seen some kind of activity, seeing some people in pads running around, just seeing some football speed. I think that was the biggest thing. I asked some questions about seeing like guys like Phil Maffa. How is his speed going to translate when I see a linebacker running almost the same exact speed? Is there going to be some cut? So I think there's a lot at least out there. If you're a Cowboy fan, I think you should get excited. And I think people were right when they predict that, hey, it could be a great year or it could be a really struggling, trying to figure out who you are year.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. Now, I'm going to fill in Pizzle. I did a little bit, but not much. Like when he comes in, we'll explain how this thing goes. But I just he's been very nice. But I think he's feeling his squad a little bit.
Hey, well, I mean, I think it depends on the right question, right? I think we've proven it. I'm going to be real with you. I've had some of this subject where I've used one-liners or somewhere, where there was a meeting and I said something and it got everybody debating, and I'm just laughing over there. I'm like, this reminds me of the Nfc East Clash.
Right.
Well, if you hit them with the right subject, trust me, the niceness gets pushed to the side and your pride starts to come out, your confidence about your team starts to come out. And I think if you're an NFC East person in general, I mean, our division is not the least anymore, and you should feel that way and you should pump your chest. And right now, I think all of us have that eye of just trying to get into that division, get into the playoffs. The Eagles obviously can flex a little bit because they have a little bit more built around it. But hey, man, I think we all feel like we at least have some kind of chance.
Real quick, the super chat, Chris May.
Oh, I gotta bring a super.
There you go, brother. Thank you. You're in the hopper. Real quick, everybody.
My bad.
I got Cop Pizzle's channel pinned at the top. If you don't know him by now, please do, because he's the man. His channel is pinned at the top. If you go in the description, everybody, if you go in the description, if anybody knows anything about Pizzle, he doesn't do super chats or anything like that. So if we could show our gratitude.
You know what thing that I love about his content? I love his Folgers commercials and stuff.
Dude,
his commercials and
like
all.
A rock? Come on,
I'm like, that is so smart. Going to 80s, 90s type of.
I have his Cash App and I have his PayPal in the description. So please send him some love. Again, he's threatened to leave YouTube, and we're going to break it down. And Pizzle, if you're watching, please join in. I can text you, but just hop in whenever you can, and we'll bring you in. We'll get the niceties.
That Vox Lombardi type of thing where you start to get on those networks and stuff,
Yeah,
just
get
some
Pizzle,
paychecks.
Me and him have a lot, believe it or not, and I think.
Oh yeah, you both got loud mouths. I know.
Well, I think Phil will attest. Our sense of humor. Phil has spent time with me. I have a sick, demented. So does Phil. Phil comes off like he's such a nice guy, but I am the same type of way. That dude Rolo, hit the like button for the mailman.
It's more of a political type of thing, where it's I present something until I get a couple drinks in me or woo.
Yeah.
And no races and all that kind of stuff. Nothing like that, but it's you just have a good time, man. Just enjoy yourselves.
Yeah.
Oh, I got another super chat.
I got it. That dude Rolo. I just read it. Hit the like
No,
button.
You have Loyal. Loyal just got one. RKO them, Randy.
Okay. RKO them, Randy. Yes, bingo. Loyal Cowboy. What's up, brother?
Is that Randy McIntyre or Randy Orton that you want them to RKO?
Yes, that's Randy McIntyre. But yeah.
Clements, real life Uncle Rico. Yeah. I could throw it over those mountains.
I mean, until he pops on, I just texted him. Until he pops on, we could talk about, I
like what we did with the last channel. I think, that was nice going, doing a whole breakdown, kind of talking about the roster.
Yeah,
I think that really kind of shed some light on some type of.
Are we tired of Jerry Jones or what? Or what?
Dude, I am so tired of him, man.
Language. Every time I piss, I don't know. It's not his fault.
I just wish.
I start to curse.
He just needs to stop. Like it's just this. Like that's what I was mocking him in that sense. It's just like he doesn't have any coherent thought. And he's thinking. He's loading while the question is already there. If there was just a little loading screen happening, you would have that. But man, he just seems like. I don't know, man. It kind of reminds me of national security. I don't know if you watched that with Martin Lawrence. He's like, do you remember? Do you believe this bullshit that comes out of your mouth? He's like, I'm not even sure until I'm done talking.
Right. So, but yeah, at the end of the day, Hallie Pierce, what's going on? George, DC for life. Have you ever met Jerry Jones? I've been in close proximity. I have not met
take a picture.
Him. He's just, I'm sure he's a great guy, George. But what he's doing. And how he handles that. And I know Pizzle has a different, from what I gathered when I talked to him before, he likes Jerry.
Better cook my meat.
I'm not saying he's not a smart guy. Randy, football is back. Finally, Randy. Finally, The Rock has come back. The football is back, Randy McIntyre. Thank you, my man.
Got ESPN showing footage of training camp and it hadn't even happened yet. I'm like, oh, man, they was like previous years.
Yeah, I fell for it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you?
I'm
well,
like,
I mean,
oh,
let's
look
be
at that.
real.
They're already
that
connecting.
should be ESPN. That's on them, man. That's like you don't do your research. You don't do any of that stuff. Like,
well, yeah.
You don't look at it. I mean, I looked at the video. I'm like, that doesn't look like Pickens.
Randy McIntyre. Chris Dooley. That's the problem. You say, "Long live Jerry," right? Long live Jerry. Hope he lives forever. Again, this is where I don't want to root for somebody. I don't want to be that guy, man. I don't want to be that guy.
No, I understand. I totally I know what you mean.
But that's kind of the only way we're going to be relieving ourselves of him. I heard Brian change a formation on the offense. Yes, he is. A lot of under snap, and that's what I wanted to kind of talk to Pizzle with.
There's a wild card. Yeah, there was a wildcat in there too. I heard.
Well, yeah, but he's using Dak under center a lot, and that's good, like his old Mississippi days. And what that allows. And I hear Twiz, I haven't had a chance to respond to the comments, but I hear Twiz saying, yeah, you got to be able to run the football, obviously. But when you're under center, it sets up play action. So that's the whole idea. So whereas if you're in a shotgun or, you give up a lot of tells, when you're under center, you have more options. So anyway, Daniel, bring it. Yes. Let's see who else we got here. Lord Vaughn, Sills channel, week AF. Anyway, I'm good on the chat. Like the Sills takes more than again. Sills is waiting for the other shooter drop. That's what he's waiting for. So, but that's what he's waiting for, everybody. And we're going to let Pizzle come in. I'm going to introduce the man. Now, he will come in muted, just a heads up, Pizzle. But he is the longest reigning YouTube New York Football Giants content creator and the 60-minute man himself, none other than Kyle Pizzle. What's up, Pizzle? You are muted. Fucking mute.
Imagine that. I don't know how to work this shit.
Well, I learned to mute everybody on the way in because most people don't know, and they come in, you hear the wife, you hear whatever. So anyway.
Make sure you put the dishes away.
Pizzle, what's up, brother? How you feeling?
I'm feeling fantastic. How you guys feeling?
We're doing good. Let me introduce you to my partner. We met on Mark Holmes's channel. I don't know if you were paying attention, but
that seems to be a lot of
we met on, I don't know, maybe 3 years ago, whatever. And me and him, he had his own channel, and then ultimately I got my channel. But we've been doing a lot together. We do this show together. He's Primetime Phil, ex-University of Oregon quarterback, and you know who I am. You've been on my show multiple times. I will get to the super chats, everybody. I appreciate everybody. Dirty Sanchez. Pizzle, as we sit here, brother.
Before you get you two met on Mark Holmes.
Yeah, you remember when you used to make fun of me when we used to?
I couldn't imagine meeting in a worse place in the world.
That's how you know you can get through anything, man.
I mean, if that's where you guys met, that's where you guys met. I mean, Mark Holmes brought you guys together
in a weird way, right?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I mean, technically, Cowboys football is what brought you together.
Yeah,
but I didn't meet him until he happened to be.
No, it was like a draft show. I think all of a sudden, like I was kind of trying to find that partner for my show, and I was just surprised. I just needed somebody with some knowledge and not just gun ho and rah all the time.
Well,
I didn't need a cheerleader of the team. I needed somebody that was realistic.
Yeah. I'm not
I am here to.
But here, yeah. Let me read the super chat. I'm a deaf woman plays. If a deaf woman plays with herself, does she use her free hand to moan? Dirty Sanchez. I love your sense of humor, brother.
Wow, man.
Yeah. Oh, he's coming in strong already. If you don't know, Pizzle, I got
we
a
have
lot
to read
of
the
Eagle
chat.
subscribers. I got a lot of Commander subscribers. I have a lot of New York football. Not a lot. I have some New York Football Giant subscribers, and I have a few channel members who love you. Most people love you. I am on record. You always threaten to leave YouTube and all the. Dude, you can't go nowhere.
I'm not going anywhere.
It's like Sanford and Son.
To go anywhere.
This is the big one, Elizabeth.
Gold, brother. You are. You do. It's awesome. But
he's right. This is the one. Wow. But it's not easy to make me chuckle, but that made me laugh.
Well, that's primetime Phil. I mean, he's not.
You know, the thing about it is, it's just so damn. As content creators, it's really frustrating to see what works and what don't work. And then when you see something that works, you're like, that don't make any sense. Don't make any sense whatsoever. And I'm a little old school. I get it, but in a new school world, if you will.
Well, Jesse Montanez, who is normally a part of these Zoom calls, we started this. This is episode 7, Wednesday night. It's an NFC East Clash. Basically, I'll bring on 4 different, me and Phil. And
I've seen it.
Yeah, okay. All right. So you have an idea. Well, Jesse Montanez just sent a super chat. He loves Cop Pizzle. He goes, gentlemen, how are you? Pizzle, my idol, rock, go, big blue. So again, I don't know how long you got. I said, you're only obligated for an hour, but normally at the end of the show, I'll put the Zoom call out for the Zoom crew I have, and they'll hop on. I'm sure they'd want to hang, just spend a few moments with you. I'm sure if you have a few moments, that would be great.
It's wild. It's wild.
I did pin your channel. I did put up your Cash App and your PayPal. Send him some love.
I am here to get in the trenches.
Yeah, we're always nice, but it's really time because I think your team
can only
is
be
ready
nice
to
for so
go.
long.
I think.
I mean, this is NFC East football. You can only be so nice for so long.
Yeah,
I agree.
And Phil,
I gotta back that up.
I'm nicer than Phil. Phil will. There are nights, man, where he just stokes the fires of the Eagles fans. Now, before I have Eagles Drew. He's. I told him I bring him in at him and Momo. You met before. Momo was going to represent Washington.
Sure.
They're going to come in shortly, but I just want to talk before Drew comes in. The Eagles. Okay, the 2-time Super Bowl winning champion. They are on a heater right now, right? Listen, we take our cap, we tip our cap. But, I mean, to think that the sun rises and sets with the Philadelphia Eagles, it's nauseating.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Am I wrong, or do you say just deal with it?
You asking me?
Yeah, you.
Well, I mean, history says that. I mean, it's hard to repeat. It's hard to go back to back. It's also hard for even the losing Super Bowl team, right? I mean, if you get to the Super Bowl, you better accomplish it because the likelihood is teams are going to attack your coordinators to try to take them from you. They're going to players are going to want to get paid a little more. There's a little bit more. The thing with the playoffs now is, I mean, there's more wear and tear now because now you're only seeing in some cases where the 1 seed is getting the bye week instead of the 1 seed and the 2 seed. So
yeah,
that 2 seed is having to play that extra playoff game that they didn't have to play in the past. The point being is playoff games, in my opinion, they increase your wear and tear on your team. I mean, it makes you go longer. And so the season's long in itself. And so the Eagles, they have to, I just saw of course, Philly 500 made the video. They get the nice fancy rings and they're fat and sassy and all that. I just feel like, with last year's wear and tear season, also the fact that they're on cloud 9 still. Look, I don't think that by any means that they're unbeatable. Matter of fact, I find the game that you guys have with them week 1 to be very fascinating. I think it's a very fascinating matchup, and I actually think it's really cool that kicking off the season. I think the matchup that we have with the Commanders week 1 is extremely fascinating. I mean, I think those are 2 games that after the first week, you are probably going to have a pretty strong opinion of the NFC East. And there, some of that's going to be overreaction, but those 2 games are going to set the tone early for this division.
We got a shot fired here.
Oh my God.
We got Twiz the Jigga saying blasphemy. Twiz the Jigga says Micah is better than LT.
Yeah, sure.
That's an Eagle fan saying that.
That's an Eagle fan.
I mean,
he's
Micah
stoking the fires.
Micah needs to worry about it. Listen, Micah needs to worry.
Drew.
He needs to worry about his hairline right now because the hairline.
Have you noticed that? It's a little.
Oh, it looks
high.
awful. It looks terrible.
It's a little high.
It's terrible. But he's not. Come on, man. LT is.
I agree with you.
This is a Mark Holmes. Mark Holmes.
That's
is the one
why he did that. He's playing. He's stoking. He's an Eagle fan.
Yeah, I mean Mark. Well, I like to say that Mark is an idiot, but Mark's not an idiot. Mark knows what he's doing when he says that crap, and then these geeks out here feed on that, and it's just crazy to me.
Yeah, I don't know who it was, Phil, but in the chat they said, "Oh, I love it when a Pizzle says booger eaters."
Yeah. I mean that's what a booger eater says.
That's it.
Parsons is a good player, but he's not LT. Stop this nonsense.
Yeah. So I mean. How does it make you feel? Now, I just went back 20 years, Pizzle. I went back 20 years. Believe it or not, you have a winning record. You open up at Washington, and we'll get into it with Momo, but, you have that actual winning record, even over this dreadful part of you have a winning record against Washington. You were literally 20-18 against the Redskins.
Hey, listen,
the Commanders over the last 20 years.
A lot of people said a lot of things about Daniel Jones, right? Maybe rightfully so, but he pretty much dominated Washington. The Giants, the totality, hell of my damn life, they've had good success against Washington. The problem over the last decade, if you just want to keep it from the last, just from a decade standpoint, the problem has been the Cowboys and Eagles. It's not been Washington. I mean, Washington.
That's what I mean. You've had some good success.
Yeah, Washington has been great situations for us, or to play against them. In fact, I was thrilled with the fact that we got Washington week 1. Because we've had success with them. We've had success against them. I'm not too, I know everybody's ready to crown Jaden Daniels as the next big thing. I'm not personally ready to do so.
Well, we could. There you go. We can get into that. That's
that's
a good subject because I
got a lot to say about Jaden Daniels, and I really got a lot to say about Washington in general. I personally think that's a team that, and I don't want to use up a lot of my firing power, but they snuck up on a lot of people last year. And I don't think they're going to be sneaking up on anybody. Look, I mean, Dan Quinn, you guys know as Cowboy fans, Dan Quinn is a really, really good football coach.
He is.
I mean, he just is, man. Like he doesn't have the sexy name, but he's a good football coach. So to me, the thing that I'm worried about is Dan Quinn, because obviously we had our success pre Dan Quinn, and then last year they had our number. A year ago, but that was obviously Quinn's first season head coach in Washington. But no, we have had success with them, against them. I don't think that place is a tough place to play. In my opinion, you guys may say differently, but
for Washington,
we've had different games. No, Yeah, I mean, with Dan Quinn, I
Septic
mean,
tank?
any guy and a grown man can rock a backwards hat. It's not freaking easy. So, I mean, I got to give him credit on that.
He
I
doesn't
think
get enough credit though. He
he
really
doesn't
he
know.
does not get enough credit, man.
I like
I
Dan
think
Quinn.
I think if I got to say anything negative that he's done in Washington is probably just get rid of the defensive tackle. I think that made it very, very strong, and I think he's kind of doing the same thing that he kind of made a weakness for us, where people can kind of run right down the middle on him. But otherwise, I mean, you got to give him credit. I mean, he took a team to the Super Bowl. He was really honestly he was leading in that Super Bowl. Until that whole crap.
I know everybody likes to make fun of that situation, 28-3, but the reality is he was the head football coach of a team. He took a team to the Super Bowl, which, by the way, he took a Atlanta Falcons team. Which, how many times in your lifetime have you seen the Atlanta Falcons in the Super Bowl?
30 Birds, that would have been it.
Who was the last guy?
What was that, Chris Chandler?
What was that, the Dirty Birds and Jamal
Chris Chandler?
and all that? Chris Chandler, there it is.
Yeah, they didn't have any. I mean, they didn't have any success. I mean, honestly, they didn't.
Yeah.
But I mean, the point being is that he took a franchise that has not had that kind of success to that spot, and obviously they came. He had success in Seattle, right, as a D coordinator. I think he had. I don't know. You guys make.
I would say so. Yes.
I think he had success in Dallas. So to me, everywhere he has went, he has been a successful coach. The totality of his career. So to me, a lot of people when they hired him, I think they just kind of blew it off. But to me, because he doesn't have that sexy name, right? He doesn't have that offensive minded guru name that gets put out there every offseason. But to me, good quality coach. And then they hit on Jaden Daniels, which we can talk about him some more, but
we'll wait till the
well, I mean, I as well too. I mean, he's got the
galleries
backing
in
of the
here.
management as well too. Let's be real. I mean, he's got the backing of the management. He's got Cliff Kingsbury kind of teamed up with as an offensive coordinator. That's big. Like I totally get you. I think you're right in the sense that I think the team will be better. I think with a lot of people, they think they take a step back, but not just because maybe the team takes a step back, but it's hard to get the NFC championship.
But and this what kills me about content creators is that a lot of content creators are all about players. Oh, have the player. What scares me is when a team that I can't stand, for example, the Cowboys or Washington, when they have stability at their coaching staff.
Yeah.
When their coaching staff is really quality, to me, that's what's scary, that they can probably go out and get a lot of different guys and just plug and play and have success. That to me is what's scary. And so, I was hoping, for example, you guys brought up the Eagles. Like when I went into last season,
I mean,
I went into last season thinking that guy that he was going to get fired, and then they ended up going.
Yeah, and that's great, man. Season. But again, and we'll get to it. Linda Conyers, real fast, $10 super chat. Jerry Jones at first day of practice with rulers out. Well, we know Jerry likes to measure up the dudes. Chris Dooley, he's a channel member, a Washington Commander. We were the reason Daniel Jones got paid, says Chris Dooley, representing the Commanders, and that's probably true. That's one of the reasons. That is one of the reasons.
The playoff win is pretty much it was important too.
But my only like I said, Drew, I would say 99% of the time he just loves just saying they're the gold standard. Dallas sucks, and listen, it is what it is. I mean, it's hard to argue, right? We've had 4 playoff wins in the last 29 years, something like that.
Yeah,
it's not enough. Yeah. But, Pizzle, I always use this argument, and I know people don't want to hear it if you're not a Cowboy fan, maybe, but, you can't take my memories from me. I have 5 Super Bowls. I ain't going to lie to you. I don't remember the first 2. So they were before my time, but
before mine,
I was born for the second one, but I don't remember. I was rolling around on the floor.
Sure.
But I do remember the 90s. You can't take that away from me. We got 5 Super Bowls, and as irrelevant as we've been over this last 30 years, we're right there. We win a Super Bowl, we're at the top. I mean, something's got to be said for that. And just to think that a team that has 2 Super Bowl wins is just going to erase it all. And
I mean, the Eagles. I mean, to me,
man.
To me, and I to me, the gold standard of the NFC East or the legacy teams are the Giants and the Cowboys. That's honestly what I believe. And then the bottom tier two is the Commanders. Used to be Redskins and the Eagles. I mean, that's just the truth about it. And you were talking about not having the Giants not having any success. I mean, we've been a dumpster fire over the last decade. I know there's a playoff appearance and a win in there, but we've been really bad over the last decade.
We
trying
haven't
to
been much better, but we've won a lot.
Well, I mean,
games.
end of the day, did your team win a championship or not?
We did not.
I mean, so we've been really bad, but even through that, we've had when you look at the totality of our franchise, we've had major success, more success than the Eagles or the Commanders, and so it's their time right now. It's their party, and so I can't stand it. I hate it. I hate living in a world where the Eagles are the champs, but it is what it is.
There's nobody Phil gets annoyed by it, Pizzle. I'm the most gracious guy. I tip my cap.
Look. I mean,
you heard what Bad Dog said.
I feel like my team and the Titans are one of the reasons, or is responsible for this team even having.
Yes.
The Titans organization could not come to terms with AJ Brown, and the Eagles took advantage of the situation. They took advantage of us of trying to we got cute. Obviously we were in a situation where. Do you move on from the running back? Do you pay, all that? And so it backfired. I personally thought, honestly, eating crow on the situation. I thought his better days were numbered. And so, he obviously had more gas in the tank and proved me otherwise. And I mean, went out and had an MVP season. I mean, bottom line for the Eagles.
Yeah, I mean, he had that offensive line kind of changed it up, rejuvenated him. Wasn't getting tackled behind the line of scrimmage, so I think, the combination of them together, I think that was the bad thing. We've talked about that with the AJ Brown situation. It's just they took advantage. They a great strategy. Don't get me wrong. We're not trying to take that away, but at the same time, like you definitely hit the jackpot with two franchises getting rid of their star players.
They took advantage of two franchises that lost their way at the time. And that's why they won. I mean, bottom line. I mean, that is why they won. They got, I don't want to say lucky. They, at the end of the day, those moves could have backfired. They did. I mean, the Hurts thing kind of got lucky on that, but they found their quarterback and they figured it out and they had success.
What's going on, guys?
Well, let me introduce them before they talk. Let me introduce Momo to the guys. We'll do it one at a time.
I don't even see Momo. There he is.
We'll do it one at a time. We got my Cowboys brother, Randy McIntyre from Dallas, actually near Houston. Randy McIntyre represents the Cowboys. We got Momo. You met Momo. He filled in for Louis T on the night that I brought you Philly 500 and Mark Holmes on. Momo's back representing the Commanders. And Eagles Drew. Yes, Eagles Drew representing the Birds. I think they're all big fans of you.
Yeah, he has a hat that says they're going to be hurt all season. That's pretty cool.
It's going to be a hurt season, something to that. But there you go. If you guys
it's a duck season. It's wabbit season. It's duck season.
If you guys wanted
it's
a time,
duck season.
Want to talk to Pizzle before we get into the actual crux. Randy, go first, brother.
All right, how you doing? I'm Randy McIntyre. I've been a Cowboy fan since 1965. I'm quite older than most people on this thing, so I've seen a lot of
elder statesman.
Yeah, I'm probably the oldest guy on this thing tonight. And anyway, go Cowboys! I'm a big Cowboy fan. Have been, and I've been a football fan all my life. So,
Randy,
who'd you call
there you go.
There you go.
Who'd you call this team?
The Longhorns.
Okay.
Hook 'em. Yeah,
Nice,
hook 'em.
okay. I'm just curious.
Eagles Drew, come on, man. Let's say hi to Cop Pizzle, man.
What's up, Pizzle? How you doing, brother?
What's up, Drew?
Hey, I just wanted to let you know that the test results did come back, and I am your father.
Oh, okay. Okay, Mark Holmes.
Okay.
I've never heard this before.
I am your daddy. In fact, we are the NFC East daddy. Have been your daddies.
Here we go. I told you, Pizzle.
This is kind of off season.
Welcome aboard.
You're feeling
And
good.
I'll try to take it easy on you, but
you're feeling good at the top right now.
Hey, Vinny.
Absolutely.
And Momo, welcome Momo back
Hey,
again. What's up,
hey,
Momo? What do you got to
hey.
say? What's on
Oh,
your
hey,
mind?
I enjoyed our last interaction with him, and I think he's a cool guy. I think he's an informative guy.
He's been on
He's
really good behavior. It's time that he
yeah,
let
no,
loose
no,
a
yeah,
little
he's
bit.
doing good tonight. But I
No,
know how he is. He's going to let the shit loose in a few minutes.
well, he
Trust me.
should. He should be on me, and
'Cause
that's
I know
fine.
who he
I
is.
got my sunglasses. I'm ready. I got my whistle. I'm all
And
ready.
I'm about to lighten them up about that quarterback situation.
What do you got to say about the quarterback situation, Momo?
Okay,
Let's go.
I mean,
Start
you
it.
go ahead and just
Let's
say
get
it,
it on.
Momo.
Okay, let's get it on.
Yeah, hold on. Before
First of
you say anything, Momo, see, this is the thing about Commander. They finally got a fart in the wind of a quarterback. Now they want to go. No, hold on, Momo. Now you want to go around pretending like you know what quarterback's supposed to look like. You ain't had a quarterback since Doug Williams. Let's be honest.
Oh, hey, I'm not
That's
here.
me.
We had a bad
honest.
ownership. We had bad ownership.
Okay.
I understand. You can talk to
Bad ownership still finds quarterbacks, Momo.
Who?
Bad. I mean, every team eventually stumbles upon a good quarterback.
He's saying a blind squirrel finds a nut.
Yeah, I mean, they always get one
Here's
if
the
you're a
thing.
bad team.
When you have bad ownership and bad coaches, what you going to get? Bad results.
Well, Momo, didn't you have the black Dak Prescott? Didn't you have Kirk Cousins?
I didn't have none of that because I was not a fan of Robert Griffin. So don't put words in my mouth.
I'm not talking about Robert. I'm not talking about RG3. I'm talking about what's his name? Kirk Prescott. Didn't you have Kirk Cousins?
I didn't like him neither. I think he was overrated. He padded his stats. He was in Washington. This is just facts.
Listen, Brian, Phil, Randy. When Jerry finally passes away, okay,
we were just talking about.
Don't be like Momo here and say, "Well, we didn't have any success because of bad ownership." Okay, don't be like Momo.
Well, you brought it up.
First
You're
of all,
blaming one.
We're gonna be like, "Ding dong, the witch is dead." Okay, no, sorry.
so let me get on you about Russell Wilson because because this man has been in decline since 2017. Last year, he had a completion rating of 63%. And then y'all gonna bring him there, and then bring James Winston, who is Mr. Turnover Machine, throwing interceptions, average of over 12 interceptions in the last 3 years of his career. So y'all think that's gonna work in the Giants? Y'all gonna win games?
Backup, Momo.
Come on, doesn't matter. Then you're gonna throw Dot in the middle of that mess, and he's going to throw even more. He's gonna be ahead. Come on now. Please stop with this. Come on, you need to stop with this.
Momo, what you and Commander fans have so much, like you're going into.
I'm not a Commander fan. I'm a Washington fan. I hate that name.
Whatever.
Well, I mean that's the point, Momo. Is that you're a grown individual. You have the right to change your team fandom right here, right now. You got 32 selections, and you pick the one that can't identify them damn selves. That's a you problem, not a me problem, Momo. Okay, you don't know what to call it. Or Commanders, like y'all don't even. I mean, you're a football team. You've been 3 names in the history of my life.
And guess what? I prefer the Washington football team.
Okay,
whatever
Mark Rippon was the last time Momo seen a QB.
Actually, it was Doug Williams because Mark Rippon wasn't that great of a quarterback. He just said that Doug Williams was a better quarterback because Doug Williams was on that roster.
Let me ask you this, Momo. You and every Washington football fan.
I'm just me. I'm nobody else.
Okay, well, whatever. You guys all are high and mighty right now. You're almost like Eagle fans because you're coming to this
West Virginia.
And you're hanging on one thing, and that one thing is Jaden Daniels. What's going to happen, Momo? Let's just play hypothetical for a second, okay? What's going to happen when old ass Russell Wilson, who is declining, comes in and beats your young stuff? What happens? What happens, Momo? What happens when it does
not going to happen?
What happens,
Momo? Because Russell,
your whole world
collapses after week 1. Here's the thing about Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson, his old ass wasn't able to throw the ball because he can't scramble. He was never just an elite quarterback. That's what ESPN, CBS, and all these announcers want to say. So because he wasn't the leader of that Seattle team. You're not getting that Russell Wilson. You're getting a declining.
Better have him. You better have an
Pump the
offensive
brakes,
line
Momo.
week 1,
Momo.
Oh,
In and
I
out,
told
Momo.
you.
better have an
That's
offensive
gonna be a
line
40
week 1.
burger on you. 43-7. That's what I see.
Momo,
You
in and
see
out, brother.
43-7 week 1, Momo?
Jesus
That's what
Christ.
Momo. Listen, here's what I want you to do, Momo. Not only do you go to the doctor tomorrow, get checked out, brother. Because I mean, you don't even like your football team, and now you're telling me 43.
Now, I didn't say I like my football team.
No,
I
you
don't
just
like the
told me,
name.
Momo. You said you don't like your Commanders team.
Momo, hold up. You got to slow down. You got to just like in and out, like not like.
No, yeah, I got you.
Who the hell's gonna stop Malik Neighbors? I mean, I'm
Malik Neighbors.
He's
like Trey Amos.
Trey Amos, the rookie.
Amos.
Come on,
Daryl
Neighbors.
I believe Washington is going to be fine on opening game. I don't know why this Giant fan keeps calling his Pizzle or Dizzle or Gizzle. You're gonna be guzzling with and drowning in that name after
Marshawn
43
Lattimore,
points.
Fly Parks. Hold up.
Can I jump in here real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me just say this, Pizzle. First and foremost, don't associate us with the Washington Commanders, okay? The Eagles have been the gold standard. Hold on. The Eagles have been the gold standard, and our back is hurting now. Our back is hurting because we've been carrying this division for the last 30 years. Because, Pizzle, the last 5,000
division. We've won just as many.
Let me finish. The last 5,000 likes and subscribers that you've had came off the back of the Eagles when we drafted Devontae Smith, okay? Let you know, baby doll whistle that. So listen, we have been the division gold standard carrying this entire division.
And what did you get for it?
Listen, we beat the Giants up every year. It's gotten old.
Here's the reality. Here's the reality.
Okay, it's gotten old.
Drew, this is a hard pill for Eagle fans to swallow. You have your champion. The ring you are wearing right now is a ring that the Giants gave you. That's a fact. We gave you that ring. That was a gift from us. So you might as well go ahead and we might repo that thing this year.
Okay.
Because if you don't
was it a trade, Pizzle? Was it a trade, or did you guys let?
If you do not acquire Saquon, listen, hold on, Drew. If you don't acquire Saquon Barkley, you don't win a championship. That's Drew. That's not cap. That's reality. You know that's reality. That's not cap.
Wait a minute. So did we get to the Super Bowl without Saquon Barkley?
Does anybody disagree with me? Does anybody disagree with me?
Hold on. Answer my question.
I don't disagree.
I don't.
I don't.
Hold on.
Everybody
did we make it to the Super Bowl
Drew, what you ought to do here, listen, man to man, Drew, you ought to thank me. Just thank me, Drew.
Thank me
for being stupid about Saquon Barkley.
I know it hurts.
Just thank me.
I know it hurts. But did the Eagles make it to the Super Bowl without Saquon Barkley? It's a simple yes or no.
Nick Foles.
Drew, I didn't say nothing about the first one. I'm talking about.
I'm not talking about the first one. I'm not talking about the first one. Did Jalen Hurts take the Philadelphia Eagles to the Super Bowl without Saquon Barkley? It's a simple yes.
With this current Super Bowl.
So say using the narrative that we couldn't get there without Barkley is it's erroneous.
It's recent.
So let's stop doing this. Okay? Let's stop using.
But last year it's pretty easy.
Celebrate your Super Bowl. I'm happy for you.
We're celebrating, but don't use this false narrative that we couldn't get to the Super Bowl without Barkley.
Momo,
we couldn't win it. Yeah.
That's true. You couldn't win it without.
We don't. We won.
You couldn't win it without.
Who was the MVP? Yeah. Was Barkley a main factor in the winning of our Super Bowl?
Yeah. No, but
got there because of him, Drew.
That's not the question I'm asking you. I'm asking you,
get to the dance, anything can happen.
Listen, Trent Dilfer had a great
Super Bowl.
I mean, Trent Dilfer had a great Super Bowl too.
Barkley was taken out of the game.
Drew, all you have to do is say thank you. That's it.
Thank you.
Just say
okay. All right.
Real quick.
That's how you guys want to answer the question.
Malik was in. Here we go with the Guantanamo Bay. Get the hell out of here, Guantanamo Bay. Leo Bridgewater. Malik Neighbors' toe is going to stop Malik Neighbors. Is there something wrong with his toe, Pizzle?
Yeah, he's got a bad toe, but he caught 3 touchdowns today in training camp.
Yeah, so I don't think it's slowing down too much.
Please
here we go. Momo's anti-training camp.
Oh, your ass whooping's coming real soon. Don't worry about it.
Momo's show up in September.
Yeah, okay.
Because I got the Giants going 2-0 the first 2 games, bro.
You got it, Drew? You got 2-0?
I got the Eagles. I got the Giants going 2-0 the first
Hell
two
yeah,
games.
Drew. See, I knew you wasn't that
Hey,
bad.
there is something smoking. It must be good shit because I'll tell you what, ain't no fucking way we're going 0-2. That means that we're going 0-2. Drew, you can say whatever you want. I see the practices that Dallas is having now. They're better than I've seen in 10 years.
Let's get on practice now. Let's get on practice.
That's
the first day of training camp. You have your prima donna owner, Mr. Spotted Liver Jerry Jones, who comes on and blows up his entire franchise.
How did he blow up his franchise?
What other owner
How did he
comes
blow up
on?
his franchise? They had a great practice.
What other owner out of the 32 franchises?
No, what happens is he states facts
on the first day of training camp.
Effect, Drew, right
there. Let me just say this: when you own a team and you have the money he's got, he can do whatever he wants. He can do whatever he wants. If he's going to play his play, he's going to play his players.
One at a time, please.
He's going to pay his players. He can do whatever he wants. I'm not happy with him being out there. He's senile. He's old. He's forgetting things. I mean, I'm not happy about that.
Pizzle,
but I will say this. I will say this as a Cowboy fan. Watch out this year because be careful what you wish for. You just might get it.
Exactly.
Hey, can I say something? Can I say something, Drew? Can I really say something? But I think Jerry was telling the truth. If you in a business and you pay somebody and they can't be able to work, why would I want to keep paying you? He actually told the truth.
He's under
He was
contract.
just being honest with himself.
Do you understand, Drew, that I don't like necessarily how he goes about it, but Micah Parsons is under contract and he still has 2 franchise tags that we could throw on his ass. So technically he's not free for 3 more for this year and 2 more years. So
but that's not the point,
stop it with the ESPN because you know what? Nobody's talking about your Eagles. That's why you're upset.
No. Why would I be upset and I'm the champion?
No, again.
Why would I be upset and I'm the champion?
That's going to be the.
I'm watching you. I'm watching your circus show. I'm watching your circus show. I don't need.
Well, you need to watch your circus show.
Here's the deal, guys.
But I need to have a guess.
Y'all are the Eagles are champions, but you have nothing to do with it.
You hear what the owner said?
Okay.
We can't have
the owners mentality. You know what? You've got a great ownership. Let's just put it where it's at. Okay, I'll say that much. But as far as y'all being unbeatable this year, that ain't going to happen. This division is a lot better in every area.
Eagles are going to be
struggle
bus.
Who said anything about unbeatable?
Pizzle, what's your thought on Jerry Jones? Please don't interrupt. I gave you your 2 minutes. A cop Pizzle, what's your thought on Jerry Jones? He brought it up. I mean, what's your thought on what he did to Micah? And are you appalled that Jerry is doing it again this year? Like everybody's surprised.
I have said this over and over and over. Like every single one of us, if we say we're fans of our teams, like Jerry, we would all be the exact way that Jerry Jones is. We would literally. I hate to say it, but Jerry Jones, I would literally be like Jerry Jones.
I would
be a carbon copy of Jerry Jones because I would have to. I appreciate the fact about Jerry, whether he's right or wrong. I appreciate the fact that he's a hands-on owner. I mean, I think that's cool. I don't think that's a bad thing.
He's not making player personnel decisions. He's not even talking to the agent, Pizzle.
Well, I think he used to.
He used to. I don't think he's checking.
I don't know if he does anymore.
Johnsons and measuring them up to see if it's up to. Well, I don't know what he's doing with that.
Well, Micah's been talking too much. In my opinion,
I agree with you there.
He's been talking way too. Micah's been on podcasts and this and that talking like he just needs to go out there and play. I mean, that's just,
who is that a reflection of? Who is that a reflection of?
Drew. But I'm saying like I can't say. I can't say anything bad about it because like that would probably be me, Drew.
But what I'm saying is, listen, that he's a reflection of the ownership, and we see that the ownership. All the Dallas Cowboys.
So why is he so mad?
No, Micah would do that no matter where he's at.
Respond.
Micah would do that no matter where he's at. Let's just be real. He's one of those kind of guys where he has to have the spotlight.
That's his personality.
That's just his personality. And he's talked about it where he's already talking past football and he's not even technically halfway through his career. So I think that's where fans can get some hung up about paying a guy $40-something million when you're doing podcasts and you're doing all this.
I don't think his podcast is
and
very
all that kind of
informative.
stuff.
Pay him, please.
Hey,
let me say this, guys.
In and out,
I think
guys.
Micah. I disagree with today players doing podcasts because it does nothing for the team. Does nothing for himself. For me, you should be out there learning your craft.
Momo,
You're right.
Real quick, let me get to Linda. She's pounding the super chats. Out of all 31 quarterbacks in the NFL, if Kansas City goes back to the Super Bowl, which QB do you think would he not like to see? I'll wait. I guess he's alluding to Jalen Hurts. Well, he has a 50-50.
I don't know. You Eagle fans, y'all love to overrate Jalen Hurts. Y'all really.
Thank you.
Y'all really love. What do you mean he'd be afraid of him, Drew?
Well, the reason why Linda would say something like that is because, before we even go to the Super Bowl, is the times that he's
23 passing touchdowns last year.
The times that he's faced Patrick Mahomes, he's outplayed him. You've had that right there in itself tells you that he has a respect for the second best quarterback in the NFL right now.
Who's a better quarterback?
You have had good.
Hey, listen, Momo, you can't talk about JD 55.
Nah,
you go over in the corner.
I actually can't
you go
talk
over in the
about
corner.
it.
We drop 55 on your head.
So what?
You go
So
sit down
so
in the
what?
corner,
So what?
Momo.
That's old.
I have
Go
a
sit
question.
down. Eat your applesauce and pork chops. We drop 55 on your head. Be quiet.
I have an honest-to-God question for Kyle Pizzle. If you are drafting, I don't care how you go about it. You can shit on I don't care. Yeah. Let's say you're drafting the NFC East quarterbacks. In what order are you,
you don't want to ask me this question.
Go ahead, Dak will be last. That's fine.
I don't want to.
Because he knows who
it wouldn't be Jalen Hurts first.
You know who the first pick is. You know who the first pick is.
Let him answer the question.
Would it be Dak Prescott?
Come on, Drew, let him answer.
I don't want to. Here we go. I don't want to. I'm pleading the fifth. I don't want to answer this question.
I can tell you. I name him.
You don't.
I name him.
Jaden Daniels.
Okay, Jaden Hurst would not be number one. Number one, I would say it wouldn't be Jaden Daniels. One would be definitely one would be Prescott because I think he can make all the throws and I like that. Two would be Jaden. And three would be Hurst, and the fourth would be whoever the Giants throw up out there.
Strawberry Daiquiri, the least accomplished quarterback in the division. Strawberry Daiquiri is the least accomplished quarterback in this division in 10 years. With two
touchdown passes.
He has two more playoff wins than Daniel Jones, who doesn't even play for the Giants anymore.
You were doing pick my guy, so I'm all upset.
In and out, Drew.
One thing about Hurts is, and I'll say this, he had a great defense behind him. When you have a great defense, you can just about do anything you want to do. Honestly. And he had a great offensive line. And I'm not taking away from the guy, but I'll be honest with you. I would start my team with Mahomes or Burrow or Allen.
I wasn't giving you that. I was saying,
but
Eagles.
I know. But
if
that's
I'm
what
starting
I'm saying.
a team, I'm probably gonna go with Daniels. Then I'll go with I don't know. That's a tough one. I may go Jackson Dart.
I like it.
I might go Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart. Did you see his first pass, Pizzle?
Yeah, he was intercepted. But you know what? A rookie should do that. A rookie should go ahead and get it out of his system so that people like Momo don't get to celebrate it come week one.
No. The Jackson Dart is what is. He's going to be darting out of the lineup because he's not going to be very good. He's overrated, overblown, like they always do in the NFL combine and the NFL hierarchy because he fits the mode of a quarterback. We have to draft this quarterback. He's not very good.
My job
He's not going to be very good in the NFL.
Did you take your stool softeners, Momo?
Now you're getting personal, Drew. I don't want to talk about that limp you got. Let's move on.
Listen, come on, boys. Let's keep it above board. Jesus.
Let's be honest here with ourselves. I'm not sitting here saying that Jalen Hurts is the most technical quarterback in the division or in the league. But when you look at the body of work that this young man has done in 4 years as a starter, 4 years, 2 Super Bowls, 2 NFC championships.
He had a number one defense and a number one offensive line.
Okay, so Dak has never had that? See, I'm tired of the excuse. Dak has never had
number one defense and a number one
Dak
offensive
didn't have
line.
the number. Dak didn't have a top five defense.
You were number one on both sides of the ball. That's unprecedented.
Google it. Dak had a top 5 defense in
number
2023.
One, I said. Google that.
Brian, that only counts when you're talking about the defensive line. Then he's number one. Then when you talk about offensive line, then it's number one.
I'm talking about
when you talk wide receivers, then they're number one.
It's a give and take, Drew. Please, we got 5 people here. You can't go. You asked me a question. Dallas has never had a number one offensive line and a number one defense in the same year. That is a falsity. Anyway, let's get Kyle Pizzle in here.
I just want to say, Drew. I mean, Hurts is most successful
every other week.
His most successful play is called the tush push for a reason. I mean, it's because that's his best play is he can just basically do a QB sneak.
That's low dangling.
I mean, that's just
low dangling fruit, though.
I don't get that. It's not low dangling. It's the fact. I don't even have to Google it. I don't have. It's just simply fact. The reality is Jalen Hurts has been part of really awesome teams. He gets to play with Devontae Smith, a Heisman winner, A.J. Brown, who's a freak specimen. Now he gets Saquon Barkley in the backfield. What are you talking about, Drew? I mean, the man has got a Maserati left and right.
So you didn't have Saquon Barkley? We don't know
have anybody to compliment him.
So we're going to sit here. We're going to sit here.
Great offensive line, by the way.
We're going to sit here with blinders on and say that Dak didn't have Ezekiel Elliott and had a top offensive line for 4 years his first year. We're going to sit here and ignore that.
If you're not going to respect the super chat, Drew, I got to mute you, brother. Jalen Hurts, 45-17 career record, 15-1 against the AFC, which includes all 5 quarterbacks.
Great team stats. I love it.
They
picked
Great for those are team stats. 2-time Pro Bowl, All Pro, Super Bowl MVP. I don't know that Jalen Hurts was an All Pro, but whatever, that's fine. Put your QB stats up here. I got you. Very good. Thank you, Linda. All right. You may continue, Drew.
Okay, go ahead.
Drew, you can continue. You're allowed.
He dropped off, I think.
No, he's there.
Is he?
Yeah, I don't know. He
had to run off or something.
Anyway,
he had to run into
Momo. Yeah, what do you think? What do you think, Momo?
I just want to say that I personally don't think Jalen Hurts is all that personally because he's always been on very good teams. That's from college and to pros. He never had to struggle really in his college career, except for that championship game where somebody came in and won the championship for him. But in that game, to me, he's always been fortunate. Some people are fortunate. Is he a winner? Yeah, you could say he's a winner, but I wouldn't have him as my quarterback. I just don't think he's as good as people think he is.
Well, that's all that really matters to me is that he's a winner. That's so you can say you can have the stats. If he threw for 2,000 yards,
then take the stat, take the wins, and don't put your quarterback higher than all the other ones when we're ranking.
You've never seen the only thing I'm saying when it comes to winning, that's all that matters. Because in Dallas, you guys don't really care about winning. When it comes to winning,
I got some super chats I need to get to.
You guys don't care about winning.
I got some super chats to get to. That means zip it. Momo, put the crack pipe down, says Jay Smooth. Stevie B, Dak been 12-5 for 3 years in a row and nothing to show for it. Trash, says Stevie B. Walker Wade, Dak is at the end of the line. Think this is it. That's Eagle Wade. He used to be a Cowboy fan. Now he's an Eagle fan. All right, we are all caught up. Thank you, everybody.
I want to say something here.
Kevin Durant.
We hit hard on this. Drew, you say these things about we don't like to win and all this other stuff. I can't do what my owner won't do for me. Okay, when we have teams out there that are able to compete against other teams, and he won't go out and trade for a guy or do whatever we need him to do, just because your owner does not mean that we're losers or we want to lose. We're going to find out this year because this division is going to be a hell of a lot better all the way around. And there ain't going to be people laying down for you. You're going to have 31 other teams coming at you and giving you everything you got. So sit back, relax, just like the rest of us, and let's see what happens. And let's see who prevails this year.
Allow me
and
to
also,
respond. Allow
Randy,
me to
I wanna-
respond. Allow me to respond.
Twiz,
Randy,
the super
you
chat.
don't, go ahead.
A quarterback
Allow me to
stat.
respond.
Yeah, okay. Let me read the super chat. Quarterback stat fanboys is a Dak better than Aikman. No, nobody said that.
No.
Aikman, yeah, again, nobody's.
Exactly.
No.
So let me respond to Randy. Listen, you don't have to lay down for us. We'll lay you down like we have been doing.
Yeah, whatever. I hear that
Let
stuff
me-
all the
let me
time.
finish.
You didn't do anything. Let's
You
get
ain't
that
doing
straight
nothing.
right now.
Fuck out.
I
You
know
didn't
it
do
hurts.
nothing.
I know it
Your
hurts.
team
Let
did
me
that.
finish.
You didn't do
Randy, I know it
5
hurts.
rings. You sitting there all
Let
getting
me. Can I finish,
Cialis
please?
stuff.
I know
No,
it
we're
hurts,
not having
guys.
long-winded. I said in and out. Go
Let
ahead,
me.
make it
But
quick.
you're cutting
Make
me
it
off.
quick.
I didn't cut
Make
Randy
it
off.
quick.
No, we're cutting you.
Okay. Again, I know it hurts. We'll lay
It
you
doesn't
down
hurt
like
me.
we've been doing. You got, guys. Let me finish.
Make it quick.
Okay. We'll lay you down like
You
we've
ain't laying
been
shit
doing. Okay. And it's not. Listen, I disagree with you. Jerry has done a lot for Dak Prescott. He's done a lot for Tony Romo. It's
Yeah,
your
you
team.
would disagree
Zach Martin,
because
30
he's doing
seconds,
bad
please.
things.
30 seconds, please. Zach
No.
Martin, Hall
No,
of Famer, went on
absolutely
the
not.
green light and said that your team, you have
5,
had teams
4,
comparable to the
3,
Eagles, and you choked.
2. All right.
Hall of Famer said that.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say we choked. I mean, do you remember 2 years ago when y'all had a 6-game lead and y'all lost 7
They
games
choked.
out of
We
8?
choked.
They choked.
We choked. I
Yeah,
can
there
say
you go.
it. We choked.
Yeah, okay.
But you're listen.
Well, I
What do you
appreciate
mean?
Hall
Don't
of
put
saying
Famer
words in
that.
my
Zach
mouth.
Martin said
We
you
keep
guys
our
choked.
team.
He said you choked.
We
That's
keep
what Hall of
our
Famer Zach
team.
Martin said.
We again, Zach Martin. I don't care what he said.
Oh, yeah, Zach Martin is nobody now. He's
I
nobody.
didn't say that. I'm telling you, I keep it 100 with my team. You don't.
No.
I keep
You
it
never
always,
do.
I always keep it.
No.
You never
Can't
do.
nobody in this chat say I don't keep it 100.
No, you
Can't
don't.
nobody say I
Don't.
don't
You
keep
do
it 100.
You got
not,
primetime
dude.
Phil in here. Well, to tell you to your face that you don't keep it 100.
No, you don't. You don't. Unfortunately,
You
not. You got
look
your
everything through rose color or eagle
filters.
covered
You got
glasses.
filters. Yeah.
I mean, you don't. Everything is the sky is falling. Cop Pizzle just got done telling you that Jerry Jones isn't causing the Dallas Cowboys to lose. Do we like it? No. But you're following the ESPN sheep mentality and just it's ridiculous. Twiz, Dak 49 and 39 throwing it 30 or more times.
Stop it.
So what does that mean, Twiz? He's got a winning record? I mean, Dak is 33 and 8 against the NFC East, but we don't want to look at that record, right? We don't want to look at that, you know. So anyway, let's get to Pizzle. So what's your thought? As you see, I'm telling you about Eagles. Drew, he just thinks that the Eagles are just all that in a bag of chips, man.
Why don't you ask me what I think instead of making it? Ask me what I think. Ask me.
Your mouth is doing everything that we need. Pizzle, it's not the Drew show tonight.
But that's the thing about it, and that's what I'm trying to explain to Drew here, in that in his 2 Super Bowls and the one currently now,
he don't want to hear that.
It's a team. It's his team is what's great. It's not, but guys like him, guys like Lord Brunson, geeks like
bingo.
500, they love to say, "Oh, it's Hurts season." Hurts is you take him out and you plug somebody else in, you probably get relatively close to the same success. I mean, honestly,
Can I respond,
I mean,
please?
Hurts.
Can I
If you put
respond,
Hurts somewhere else, you're not getting. The team is fantastic, or at least was fantastic a year ago. I can't believe, Drew, you can sit there with a straight face and have that offensive line a year ago, have Saquon Barkley, have A.J. Brown, have Devontae Smith, and honestly sit there and say, it's Hurts season. Well, no shit, he was good, Drew. Look at the pieces around him. I mean, just say, hey, the team was really good, and don't give the quarterback all the roses, all the flowers.
Pizzle, I don't have any problem saying that it's a team game. No problem at all. But the moment I bring up something about Hurts or a Dallas Cowboys, I guarantee you'll have a Dallas Cowboy fans come in here and say, oh, well, Dak is 9-4 against the Eagles. So it's not me that sets that precedent. It's the Dallas Cowboy fans that like to sit there and say, oh, Dak owns the Eagles. He's 9-4. He owns the NFC
Cowboys.
East.
I didn't say Dak.
I don't have an issue saying that it's a team game because Anybody with some common sense can see that, right?
Right.
But I'm pushing back when you guys come to say, when you come to me and say
Phil,
Dak
get
is
in there,
this.
buddy.
So if we can move forward and you don't say Dak is all
We
world
only
because
say
he's
it
not.
when you do what you just did for the last 15
when I
minutes.
talk about the Cowboys, when I talk about the Cowboys,
no, when you're talking about Jalen Hurts, you
I
are
didn't bring up
singling
Hurts.
out Jalen Hurts.
I didn't bring up Hurts.
Kyle Pizzle's trying to tell you you won it because of the 2,000-yard running game, the number one defense, and the number one offensive line.
Everybody job.
And he was basically a bus driver. There's nothing wrong. I would love to ride that bus.
I think that's disrespectful.
I know you do. I know.
That's not disrespectful, Drew. That's just the facts.
He collected a ring just like everybody else did.
Okay, can I say something, please?
Let me just say this. Let me respond to Pizzle, please. Let me respond to Pizzle, please. 30 seconds.
You've been responding everybody.
We need to
I just want to say
15
something.
seconds. Can we do 15 seconds?
55-23. During the Super Bowl, was Barkley taken out of that game? Yes or no?
Drew, that part,
you guys can never answer an honest question. Was Barkley taken out of that
nobody
football
is
game?
arguing that.
Oh, but I'm not arguing
so then
that.
On whose shoulders was it to pick up his team?
Well, we lost you, brother. It's your Wi-Fi. That was God. God stepped in. God stepped in.
This was rough tonight.
Here's the deal. You paused. I'm not cutting you off. I'm not blocking you. But in my humble opinion, it was that defense. Okay?
Yes.
It was the defense. I think they had, 4.5 sacks? You know how it is. The defense dominated the line of scrimmage of that football game. Jalen Hurts didn't butt fumble it away this time like he did. He had a great game. You're cutting in and out. You gotta put some more tinfoil on the rabbit ears. Let me get this super chat real quick. Take out Terry Bradshaw, Troy Aikman, Steve Young, Joe Montana, and insert another QB in those teams. You could say for any one player, insert QB here. Narrative is tired. Jalen broke. Casey's back. We're not here to listen, Linda. I'm not here to hammer Jalen Hurts, and I would like to change the subject, but it always comes back to Jalen, and then me and Primetime have to just remind when we're singling out players that, well, okay, Dak Prescott has a great regular season record against your Jalen Hurts, but again, that don't mean squat, and I get that. So stop doing it. So, but I don't know. Anybody else have anything to say as we wrap up?
I would like to say this: if based on Drew theory, that Jalen Hurts is a great quarterback, so why not have Trent Dilfer be this great quarterback? I mean, I don't get it. So because quarterback is not the reason you win games. If you got a great defense, you win every game in the Super Bowl. It's been known that. So why is we hopping on Jalen Hurts is this great? He's not a top 5 quarterback.
Hey, Kyle Pizzle, I got a good stat for you. I love weed. Shout out to I love weed. What's up, brother? Dak has a 66-18 record when he has a 100-yard rusher. 66-18.
Listen, I have always
running the football means something, does it not?
I don't even like doing this, but I have always said that I actually think Dak's a good quarterback.
And I don't even give a shit about Dak. Dak is kind of like annoying at this point. I know, but I mean, when you look at it paired with a running game, he's 66-18.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And he was obviously better when
holy shit! I wonder why.
Yeah.
You know,
every quarterback's better with a running game.
So what happened to What happened to Daniel? What happened to Daniel Jones?
We didn't have an offensive line, Drew.
Yeah, their line was terrible.
The offensive line was terrible.
It was still. What happened to Dak Prescott when he had the off the wall of greatness his first 4 years as a starting?
It was never a number one offensive line. It was never number one.
It still was one of the top offensive lines.
It was ESPN driven.
It was still one of the top offensive lines.
It was.
You had three Hall of Famers.
You cut me off. Like you're talking. It's maybe top 5. It was maybe top 5, and Dallas's defense was nowhere near in the same year. That's what we're saying in the same year. But anyway, that's like we can move off from this topic. Momo, do you have something to go after the Giants with? What do you have? Or the Eagles or the Cowboys? Let's get it. Let's. I didn't mean to go on Hurts necessarily, but that's
I kind of touched on earlier about the quarterback. Their quarterback situation is going to be they do all, because I don't see occasion. I don't see them winning a lot of games with that quarterback room they have at this present time. Declining quarterback one.
Who we
Number
talking
two,
about?
I know quarterback who throws interceptions like he's giving out free water at a hurricane shelter. I don't see it.
Who are you?
Mo, I don't mean to call you stupid, but the man asked you, what do you have for the Giants, not what the Giants have for you. Okay. That was the question, Mo. Okay. So if you could answer the man's question on what you have for the Giants, not for what I have. For
you know I love
okay,
you.
that's
I love
my
you.
job to tell you what the
love
Giants have against you, not the other way around. But go ahead.
No, you trying to troll me at this point.
No, I mean, I'm just saying, in the court of law, you'd already be sent to
I
prison.
know. Well, I'm not in the court of law. I don't plan to be. But anyway.
Did you order the code red, Momo?
Say it again.
No, forget it. Just go ahead.
What do you have for the Giants, sir? Let's try this again. Take two.
What I have for the Giants when we play y'all, a very good quarterback is going to throw a 40 burger on you. I think our offensive line going to be better. I think our defense is going to be better. I think we're going to surprise a lot of teams, because those teams that tougher teams we're going to play this year, we're going to beat them. I don't see the Giants winning no more than 6 games this year. I believe that we're going to be in first place this year and win the division.
And can I just say, hold on, I know. Let me go back to Phil here for a second. Momo here, Phil, didn't even mention the number one thing that he's got, and it's Dan Quinn. Because these they don't even.
No, I understand that. That's the
best thing is they've got a really good quality NFL football coach who took one stupid franchise to a Super Bowl in Atlanta, and now he's helping Washington be relevant.
Here's my.
You have not given Dan Quinn the credit he deserves.
I don't need to give a head coach a credit when this is redundant. It's redundant. Of course, he's going to have all the success, and he's going to get all the. That's redundant. I don't need to say Dan Quinn here, Dan Quinn that. I don't need to do that when he's part of the team. He's the one. He's the nucleus of that team. He's the one them players run through a wall through. So I don't need to always acknowledge him.
Momo, well, I'm going to tell you, he's going to wish he had the Giants defense after week 1. That's what he's going to wish.
Okay, we'll see.
That's what he's going to
wish. Can I get my Giants take?
Yes.
Sure, Drew. Make it a good one.
I am, out of all the teams in the NFC East, that I'm more concerned with moving forward after this year.
Yeah, and Drew, let's be honest, and I'm sorry to interrupt you. I give him his time, Brian. If we were, and I know Momo doesn't know stock options very well, but if we were all a stock here, okay, the Giants are the Giants is the one team in the NFC East, in my opinion, you would want to buy stock in, because Washington is clearly fragile. I mean, they're one play away from Jaden Daniels getting hurt and then see you later. The Cowboys are very, hit or miss, 50-50. Might work out, might not. And Eagles are extremely, buy very high right now. Probably have to sell low later. The Giants is a buy low, sell high potentially later. They are a team that I think that is the team you want to buy stock in. But that's just me. I'm sorry, Drew. Continue.
Because anybody here can tell you that if it wasn't for the Giants being screwed out of their schedule, I would put you guys above Dallas and right there with Washington. I think
rightfully so.
With the schedule, I think that the Giants have a far better defense than the Dallas, Washington, and on par. Your line is probably more talented than ours. Okay, and because I'm just being honest.
Wow.
Defense is spectacular. Your corners are a little bit questionable, but that defensive line is ridiculous. And I'm more concerned about the Giants moving forward than I am about Dallas, because they're about to
stock.
They're about to implode. But I think that question for you: how soon do you think Joe Shane or Brian Daboll will make it through this season? Because there's going to be a gauntlet for you guys. I think you get on fire winning the first 2, maybe 3 games, but after that, it's going to be tough.
Okay, and Drew, I asked for a thank you from you to start the show, and I think you just gave it to me, so you're welcome.
He just likes crapping on Dallas, and that's the way to do it.
but to answer Drew's question, I think Joe Shane, in my opinion, I think he did a great job in the offseason. I think Joe Shane is going to make, no matter what happens this year, he will retain his general manager position going into next offseason. The heat's going to be on Brian Dable to perform because I think there's good quality players on this team. It's got depth now, especially on the defense. The offensive line is still a question, no question about it. Momo thinks that for some reason we have the worst quarterback room in all of football.
Yeah, do.
Which we don't, Momo, but nevertheless, I mean, we've got more depth in our quarterback room than you do, Momo.
I think.
If Jaden Daniels went down tomorrow, you wouldn't know what to talk about.
And I just said to do because we got a backup that did very well this past season. So if we good,
Who's that?
Good backup.
Oh man, I just got a brain.
Momo, what did they do to fix the D? 55-23 says.
They could keep talking about that score.
Momo, the reality is you're a one-man team right now, and as soon as he goes down,
suppose he don't go down.
I'm not wishing he goes down. My point being is, Momo, that's what when I talk to Commander fans such as yourself. I'm sorry, I know you hate the name, but I don't know what else to call you, Momo.
Let's call me say Washington. I mean,
I don't care. Come on, it just is what it is. I mean,
okay, it is what it is.
It is what it is. But the reality is, Momo,
you don't like Redskins because
when I talk to the Washington football team, whatever you want to call it, that is what they're relying on is Jaden Daniels. You know, what I mean, Debo. Okay.
Here's the definition of right: morally good.
Oh, okay.
What are you Googling, Momo?
He's Googling. He's Googling info. Here's
no, I ain't Googling info. I hit my phone.
Here's the deal. You know, it's funny that Drew is all of a sudden now on the Giants bandwagon. Primetime Phil, who has been more positive about the Giants? The Giants didn't go out and just make this defense overnight. Giants have had a good defense over the last few years. Haven't I been very positive on the Giants? Phil,
yeah, you have.
Phil, you're muted.
Haven't been.
Okay, I just when it comes to the Giants, man, you've been talking about in the past couple of years. We've slowly seen this line be built. We talking about
we always said the offensive line is either going to.
They just needed somebody to complement on the other side, you know, and they got a dual Carter.
Like late to the party. I've been talking about how good the Giants are going to be, and so. That's not a shock. That's why I love the fact that the NFC East is going to be more competitive, regardless of what anybody thinks. At some point,
you got a better quarterback
going to be
played.
There.
They just the running backs. Like, what's your running back situation? You know that's the question. You know, you always need that complementary running game. He was just mentioning it as well too. And I mean, their quarterback room, I think, is definitely a lot better than last year. So I think that's what people tend to, they rip on, like, oh, you know, Russell Wilson. I get it. You know, Russell Wilson probably not as form as he was in the Super Bowl years, but he's definitely a lot better than what was that? Tommy Cutlass over there. I can't remember. Tommy DeVito.
Do you know what
I don't personally love Russell Wilson. And listen, I
think he's a good quarterback too.
No, I think he can do
transition
the job.
to Jackson Dart.
Yeah, I think he can do but you know, unlike Momo here, I understand the fact that our depth at quarterback is so much better than a year ago. It's not about
Marcus Mariota is not a good depth quarterback.
I like Marcus Mariota.
No, okay, but whatever. But my point is that Russell he's not going to look. I don't think for a minute he's going to go out and win a Super Bowl for the Giants. That's not what I'm saying. But we're going to have veteran leadership, stability at that position. And hopefully the offensive line comes together. They're trying to put that pieces together now. Hopefully that comes together. We're starting with Andrew Thomas on the pup, which that's not great.
Yeah, what's up with that? Well, like, what's wrong with him?
Well, he's got foot issues. I mean, that's basically been his issue pretty much his whole football, you know, college and pro career. I mean, if his foot stays healthy, if he can, then he's one of the best tackles in the league. I mean, he's a really good tackle, but obviously last year he tried to play some of it hurt, and I think it made the injury worse. And so I think now they're going to play it safe, make sure he gets to week 1 as healthy as possible. And look, he's a big
Neal going to guard, right? I think Evan Neal's going to guard.
Neal has went to right guard.
What's your thought on that? You think he's going to?
I think there's a lot of Alabama tackles that have more success going to guard in the National Football League than they do tackles. I think Evan Neal will be successful at guard.
I agree. Yeah. I think I'm with Drew and everything when we talk about that. Yeah, the team is dangerous enough to where they could probably beat any of our teams, because we know how those divisions get. Even when one team's really bad and they're good, it can still be very close. And now you're starting to put a bunch of talent in here.
Well, that's what I love about the week 1 matchup for the Giants and Washington is you have a Washington team who snuck up on people last year. You've got Jaden Daniels, who is probably going to suffer a sophomore slump. Get ready for that, Momo. And they're not going to sneak up on anybody. And so they're gonna have expectations to perform after that ass whooping that they took in the NFC Championship game. And the Giants, nobody's going to expect anything from them, but they have much improved, at least on paper. And so that's what's fascinating about the week 1 matchup against the Giants and that ugly name Commanders.
Leo's saying that Neighbors
but the
is gonna
same
have
thing
surgery
goes
on the toe.
The same thing goes for the Cowboys and Eagles. That's what I think makes that a fascinating matchup because
I just question whether we're going to have people off of injury. I think that's are we going to have our roster together?
And this
I think
is
that's
the correlation I make real quick when we talk about the Giants. The reason why the Giants have not been good, I think large in part is the offensive line. When you have an offensive line that's not intact, in flux, or you have a hole or two, that will stop you. And I believe that's been Dallas's problem, even with Zach Martin. It hasn't been very good. So when it's not good and you can't run the football, it breeds bad karma.
When we had Tyler Biotish from Washington, the quarterback was constantly getting pressure in his face. So
yes, and it's listen, it is what it is. When you have a good offensive line, a great offensive line, it makes everything easier. It just does. You can control the ball, keep the other team's offense on the sideline. It just helps the whole game. So I think a large part the Giants have struggled because of the offensive line. Bad luck, bad picks. I don't know. But I think
when your team has a really good offensive line, for example, the Eagles,
yes,
life as a team is so much better.
You could take it on the road. You could take a run game on the road. That's why the Eagles have been successful. And that's why when we get back to, this constant Dak bashing, if anybody knows me, I'm not a big Dak fan. But, I find it hard to believe. Yeah, he will give you an occasional deer in the headlights. I agree. He's basically got the same record as Lamar Jackson in the playoffs. He hasn't won enough. But when you look at it, if we're being honest, is it all him? I don't think so. I don't think it is. It's not all him.
Look at Russell Wilson playoff record. He's 9-8.
Well, that's 9 wins.
9 and 8. He's not very good neither.
This Russell Wilson thing is just a 1 year thing, Momo.
Transition.
I get that. I get it's a 1 year thing, but that 1 year going to hurt y'all. Going to hurt your team.
Listen, Momo.
Don't say. I'm just tired of people. Okay, let me just say this. I argue about this all about. This not going to be a sophomore slump. Y'all act like this kid is not phased by anything.
It's how
He's
the
gonna
NFL
do well
works.
this year.
Momo, do you understand that what happens is all the other 31 teams
I understand all
go
that.
in the lab and they
I do understand.
Look what happened to what's his name in Houston last year?
Right.
Stroud, as Mark Holmes will say. CJ Stroud. That's just part of the growing process.
So
Year two, they take shit away. They don't allow you to do what you want.
I get they're going to try to take things away.
What is he
but
going to do?
He's smart enough and he's maneuvered enough to do that. Okay, so are we going to say that every quarterback has sophomore slump? They don't. He's going to be one of the quarterbacks.
I have a question for you, Momo.
I'm confused.
McLaurin is holding out. Don't you think that's going to hurt them bad?
No.
I mean,
no, I don't think so.
No?
He's not that much of an impact player.
Hey, Pizzle, what's your thought on Deebo Samuel? And then I'll get to
if
Eagles
he still had
Drews
gas,
next. Eagles
if he
Drews
still had gas in the tank, Niners would have moved on from him. I mean, that's just fact. Look, what you're seeing right here with Momo is, and this is a great learning lesson for everybody that's
There
watching.
ain't no learning lesson. Don't
No,
use
this
me
is a
as
great,
a
this is a
sample.
great learning lesson for anybody that's watching the show currently and the part of this panel. Momo doesn't know how to act because he's never seen a good quality quarterback in his life.
That is absolutely
You know, this is
a
not
false
that is not it's honestly God's green. That's the truth, Momo. It's the facts, Momo. You've never in your life had a quarterback
that's your
even
take on me
remotely.
because I can tell you right now, I've seen many great quarterbacks in the
For
history
who?
of this football league. And
Joe-
Washington
Joe
had great
Theismann?
football team,
Who?
but when you have bad ownership,
Who?
when you have bad offensive
Joe
line, and you
Theismann?
have bad
Who?
coaches, that's what you're going to get.
Who?
Don't worry,
Tell me
Momo.
who.
Jaden
Tell me
Daniels'
who.
mama will make sure it doesn't
Who?
slump.
Give me a
30
name,
seconds.
Momo.
I'll give you a name. I thought Robert Griffin
Eyebrows?
was going to be a great quarterback,
Oh,
but he
yeah,
didn't
he was
want to slide.
He's
He
so
didn't
great
want to
on
learn
Twitter
the
right now.
mechanics of to be a great football coach. I could go down the line.
But he
How do we
wasn't,
know
Momo.
that Jaden Daniels isn't going to be RG3? How do we
Which,
know
yeah,
that?
I
that's a
don't
great.
believe
Thank
that.
you, Brian. Thank you, Brian.
How do we know until we
don't
see
believe
it?
I mean,
that.
RG,
And you don't
that's-
believe that neither,
you should've learned
Brian.
that lesson, Momo.
Only the haters going to hate. Haters
I'm
going to
just
hate.
saying.
So
How do we
that's
know
fine.
it's not? That's all I'm saying.
Let me ask a question here, Pizzle. Okay, now let me give you the 4 qualities for great or building a great football team is the head coach, the quarterback, offensive line, defensive line. Now, when we look at that and we look in this division, what team reigns supreme right now in all 4 of those
He
factors?
just wants to ask
Congrats,
questions
Drew.
that
You're
make the
finally
Eagles look
understanding
good.
why your team's good, Drew. Congratulations.
Yeah,
for helping you.
exactly. Come on,
helping you
bro.
cope there, buddy.
That's what you
and
got.
Momo are learning a lot tonight.
He's showing his ass tonight.
I'm proud of you, Drew. You've done a lot of good things since you came in here tonight, Drew. I'm really proud of you.
We look at Dallas. We look at the head coach, rookie. We look at the quarterback, overrated veteran, offensive line, defensive line. Do you realistically see that team
But
win?
Dak had talent, and he should win this year.
I
Yeah, right.
But he did.
It's gonna
But
be
he
Dak's
should.
fault.
He should win it. He should totally win it.
I'll be honest with you. I have no idea what the Cowboys are going to be.
Me neither.
I am so dumb. I mean, I will say I think the Cowboys are a true wild card because, and I hate to break this to Momo, he's going to get regression this year. You're going to get regression this year, Drew. Because honestly, Drew, in order for you to have the same thing you'd have to go win the Super Bowl, and to go back to back is ridiculous that you would even think that you could possibly do that. So to me, the Cowboys are a true wild card because I mean, if the Giants struggle, well, then you already probably expected that. But the Cowboys, I mean, was injuries the reason why they faltered last year? Was it not? I mean, did Jerry and them crew did the right thing? I mean, I don't know what to make of the Cowboys. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I don't think we do either.
I don't either.
I mean, I think they went out and got a lot of talent. Go ahead, Phil. I'm sorry, brother.
No, I think that was Drew.
I don't think they played 14, 15 games this year. I think
I never said that.
Hell no.
No.
Shit.
I think they
that would be
can
awesome,
win
but
anywhere
no.
from
I can't even get
9
that
to
in Madden
11.
with this team.
Hallie Pierce. Hey, Mark. How are you, brother? Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough one. And listen, we can talk about the Cowboys. I'm not shying away. I mean, we got a lot of question marks, man. But I will say this. George Pickens and Dak Prescott have started off through the OTAs. They are locked.
They were
in.
throwing touchdown passes even when there was no training camp.
Yeah, before any only ESPN. Only ESPN could show highlights from last year saying, "Oh my God, look at the hookup between Dak and George Pickens." It was friggin' Brandon Cooks, and you got Adam Schefter up there and his little dweeby. Or as Pizzle will say, this booger eating, running his mouth when you don't know what he's talking about. So
I will say, the Cowboys and Eagles, I'll give Drew credit on this too, to have potentially that nice 1-2 punch with CD and Pickens. That's something I don't know that I have with the Giants. I mean, I do have I like Gary Slayton, but if Neighbors goes down for the Giants, that would be a big problem for us.
I thought you guys picked up a second wide receiver this year that would complement him, but no.
I mean, Darius Slayton is Darius Slayton and Wandale is going to be pretty much what tries to come. I mean, obviously we still got Jalen Hyatt, which is out there who has not had a good NFL career to start out. But Pickens, he like AJ Brown is a wild card. I mean, because at one moment, 1 minute he's on part of the team, and next minute he's potentially throwing his helmet and throwing a fit. So I mean that's just I mean Pickens honestly I think could be a really good player for the Cowboys if he stays healthy and keeps his head in it. So that's what makes you guys to me a little bit of a wild card. But Drew, what makes his team scary is the fact that they have had really good talent around Jalen Hurts. I mean, he can't deny that. I really wanted Devontae Smith.
They got depth. Yeah.
They got depth.
I remember
I mean,
that draft. Real quick, Linda Conyers, the Eagles will handle, this is all caps, Eagles will handle Pickens and Lamb by running the ball and stopping the run and keeping Dallas offense off the field.
That was our weaknesses
That is what I would say is the way to beat the Eagles, is you need a team that can run the ball, keep Saquon and A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith on the sideline. That's how you can beat the Eagles. A lot easier said than done.
Yeah, no team can do that.
Well, last year, again, every year is different, Drew. Remember the year before you guys choked it up? You don't know from year to year. It's the NFL. On paper, in your head, it doesn't compute that that's going to happen again. But God forbid you have a couple things go negatively. It could happen again. That's why I would just say, as a fan, you're welcome to say we're running it, we're sweeping. But like when you deal in reality, you're not sweeping shit this year in the NFC East. There's too many good teams. You're not sweeping the East.
How do you know that?
That's pretty much every odd out there is saying you're not sweeping the East. Things have to. All I'm saying is, you as a fan, of course you're going to say that. But realistically speaking, and just look at the stats over the years, it's not going to happen. Sorry, it's not. Now, I know that's not what you want to hear, but it's not. You may lose one because, it's
maybe the Giants or something.
Yeah, you may lose to the Giants. You may lose to the Commanders. The Commanders may put 55 up on you, and you'll be shocked. And that's the way the NFL is. That's not a slam on your football team, but to start out the year saying you're going to sweep everybody, that does disrespect to the Cowboys, the Washington, and the Giants because everybody's gotten better. You just got done saying how scary they were. But you're so far ahead and above everybody that says you.
You guys.
Sorry, you're breaking up, so I don't hear you.
Yeah, you're breaking up badly, really.
Yeah.
Okay. What about now?
You're good now.
Don't move.
I'm giving you guys a hard time when I say sweep the division. I mean, I don't.
Nobody believes it except you and a couple Eagle fans.
He's losing to Dallas or the Giants, but I did get splitting with the Commanders, especially that last game. If we already
so you're not. All right. So you're not expecting regression with the Commanders. You're just.
I'm not expecting the regression that you guys think, because I still think they're the team after us to win. Because I don't think that, and you guys call it hate, but I just don't.
Got done saying how good the Giants are, though.
No, and what did I say?
Put your money where you can't hedge it. The Giants good or are they not good?
If the Giants didn't have the schedule that they played,
okay, I agree with that.
Bigger threat, but the schedule they have is a murderous row. So when I look at their schedule, I'm like, I don't know.
Schedule ain't all that easy though, Drew. Let me just real quick. Let me grab the super chat. I beg to differ. If things go well with the aerial assault of the Cowboys, your ground game won't be able to keep up. Says Dirty Sanchez. These are things that we don't know, Dirty. Like, we're hoping that's how it goes, but honestly, we need to be able to run the football, bro. We saw some good things without pads on. So, everybody's all uppity about what we're watching, but let's wait till the pads get on.
I've heard a lot of talk about the Giants' schedule.
I know. I did watch your video. Go ahead.
Drew is assuming, and you know what you do. You know what happens when you do assume, Drew? You make an ass out of you and me. But nevertheless, I think the whole NFC East, the first 4 weeks, has pretty much a tough schedule.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Eagles have a tough month to start the season. You've got a rival in the Cowboys to start it off. Then the second week, you've got payback looking at you in the Chiefs. I mean, you don't think that they're going to want to get you guys back for the Super Bowl?
Chiefs and Rams, those are really sweating at Dallas, though.
I mean, the Rams could easily win the NFC West this year.
They
I mean,
could.
that's going to be a good team too. And then the fourth one is on the road against Tampa Bay.
I got the Rams our biggest rival in the division, bro.
Hey,
You
go
mean the
Pizzle.
conference?
Go Pizzle. I will say this: the Eagles normally start off slow in the history of their franchise. They start off the gate slow, so they're gonna lose some. I think they will lose maybe 2 or 3 of the first 4 games because they always start off slow.
Well,
you're gonna start off slow too, Momo. Week 1.
No, we not.
A slow start.
When we 7-0, when we looking back at you, don't say
7-0, Momo. God, see you.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a tough one, Momo.
Puff puff pass.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Randy, what's your thoughts, brother? Get in here. What's your thoughts?
What I think is the first 4 games of the year, it's the defenses are always way ahead of the offenses. It's not going to be these outrageous scores that people think, for one, and 2, I believe that I'll be honest with you, I think the Giants and the Commanders are going to come down to a field goal. I don't know what's going to happen, but that's just what I believe. I believe that the Cowboys have a shot at beating the Eagles. I'm not saying we're going to be Super Bowl champs or anything. I'm saying when you play a division rival, you don't know what's going to happen.
Anything can happen week 1. We've seen on big, like games like that. I witnessed the closing of Veterans Stadium, where everybody said there's no way we're going to lose this game, and they lost a home championship game to the Tampa Bay Bucks. When emotions are high, that's not always the best time to play a football game. I know that doesn't sound right, but it really is true. I don't know, man. Who knows? I think after the first month of the season, I think there's a good chance everybody's going to have like 2 losses.
I think too. You've got speaking of the 2 matchups in week 1, you've got 2 teams in the Giants and Cowboys who had no success at the end of the year, and you've got 2 teams who were both in an NFC Championship game. Like the teams that didn't have success are going to want to take it to the teams that had success. Like they're gonna. So to me, like these are 2 great matchups to really set the tone for this NFC East, but make no mistake about it, those teams are fighting for relevancy against teams that were in the NFC Championship game.
I agree.
Momo's dyslexic. He got it backwards. He means 0 and 7, says 30.
Okay. The first game, of course, we played the Giants. Second game, we played the Packers. Packers start off slow. We'll win that game. The third game, we play the Raiders. That's definitely a win. The fourth game, we play the Falcons. That's a win. I don't know what y'all thinking.
Smith.
Then we play the Chargers.
I'm thinking a thing called sophomore slump, Momo.
That the league likes. Then we play the Bears. That's a win.
Your quarterback needs to learn how to slide.
The Cowboys for the 7th game.
Momo,
that's the
you
win.
understand,
What y'all got missing here?
I would say this to Drew. Oh, yeah, well, go ahead, Phil, and then I'll go.
No, I was just going to say, I think Washington, I know that he says they're going to be a surprise team. You can't get to the NFC Championship game and be a surprise team. Like they're gonna come at for your ass.
They both got bullseyes on their chest. Nobody's worried. Everybody's talking shit on Dallas. Now Dallas is Dallas, so there's always a bullseye. But nobody's looking at the New York Giants.
I talk shit on them too.
Giants. Nobody's looking at them. But I just got done saying, Momo, that the Giants have a winning record against you over the last 20 years. We've talked about it.
And nobody had any tape on Jaden Daniels either, Momo. And now we've got tape on him.
He don't care about tape.
So what tape got to do? Yeah, act like
they've been studying all off season, Momo. They've been studying all off season.
Okay, I'm quite sure they have. But did they have tape on Mahomes? Did they have tape on Mahomes? They had tape on other quarterbacks who didn't have a sophomore slump. I'm telling you, the kid is unfazed. Nah. You will see.
Let me read.
He's a good quarterback, but he's not making Mahomes decisions.
Parks. Drew is an Eagles fan. It's New Year's. Let's not have the Cowboys mentality and talk about old rings. Jay Smooth, Philly secondary is suspect. Not Guantanamo Bay. But anyway, that's for another night. Oh, wait, I got one more. Dude, I'm missing them left and right. Jesse Montanez, Drew, our team defense
Oh,
is
Jesse's like, let me in.
a dream. Your team's defense is sus. You lost 5 guys. Jesse Montanez and last Rob A. Sorry, brother. If it's that easy to win with a good running game and good defense, why hasn't Lamar won? That's a good one. Again, Lamar is the 2-time.
He's a choker.
But does Lamar have A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith? Like, that matters.
It does matter, but
it matters.
It does.
Weapons though. Come on, let's be honest now. Same thing. He probably has the best wide receiver tandem. So
I'm not sure who you said. You broke out there.
I mean,
let's not act like Lamar doesn't have weapons.
No, Flowers is good, Drew. No question. I'm not saying that. He is good, but I mean, Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown as a pair are really good together.
I agree. You won't get any arguments from me. But I'm saying let's not act like, Jalen doesn't, like other teams don't have wide receiver tandems. Now that Dallas has a good wide receiver, like what is going to be Dak's excuse? You know what I mean? What's going to be the excuse now? There is no excuse.
Here we go. Dak slander again. Loyal Cowboy. Hey, Pizzle. Momo has Giants colors on.
Yeah, I see what he's talking about. I see what he's talking about with the Ravens, but again, they keep colliding with Mahomes and Burrow and quarterback, teams, So it's like, I can understand why they don't win. It's just that team, like Ravens, they're always signing amazing players. I mean, that roster is always built up and down, and you got, he's right. I mean, Lamar hasn't been able to do any of that stuff. He's just kind of in that same, to me, he's in that same, conversation in the sense of Dak. Not being able to push that team, when you need him to kind of lead. I think, if anything, if you need Lamar to lead, at least he does a little bit of playmaking. I feel like Dak doesn't do that running and stuff like that. So ever since he hurt his ankle, which I don't blame him, he just hasn't had that level of, you got to worry about that part of his game. And I think the other guys in the NFC East all have that ability. I mean, even Russell Wilson in some way can get out of the pocket.
Rob says that's his point. Yeah.
Yeah, but we're living in a world where Drew thinks that Jalen Hurts is the second best quarterback in the league when there's guys like Joe Burrow and Josh Allen.
Joe Burrow has been getting a lot of flack lately. I love
been
Joe
running
Burrow.
for his life. Yeah, he runs for his life.
That's Eagle fans for you,
They don't win.
It's all about winning. It's all about winning, Pizzle. If you win,
I got it. He's on the mountaintop. I get it.
Listen, we're not here again. As we started, I don't think Drew can find another Dallas Cowboy content creator that tips their cat to the Eagles more than I do. I give them their flowers. I do.
Yeah, I get on to him about how much.
And
he
it's
does.
like, because I'll tell you why, Phil. I really find it hard to criticize when a team wins it all. I feel like
there's
a certain period of time where I just kind of have to shut up, but that is in direct conflict with having a YouTube channel. So then I have to be like, okay,
realistic. Yeah,
I have to be realistic. So that's what it all comes down to. So there's
because your only words can be used against you in a YouTube court.
Yeah, right, exactly. And
we don't know what you're saying, Drew. You're like not coming through. Your audio is not coming through.
Sorry, brother. Yeah, we can't hear you. We're not cutting you off.
It's probably.
No.
It's probably that.
So are you gonna release the Kraken?
What, do you want me to let everybody in to get a piece of Pizzle? Is that what you want?
Hey, and by the way, I just want to say that Momo, the Commanders are not holding you hostage of supporting that team. If you want to support another team, you are free to do so, Momo. You are not obligated to root for a team that you do not like their mascot name.
I think the Jacksonville Jaguars are taking applications.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Momo, there's a lot of good options out there for you, buddy. I mean, I'm just being honest.
I can't do that.
Well, I'm just saying you're not being held hostage here. You are.
I understand, and you're not held hostage neither. That bad.
I'm not. But I like my team name.
No, you don't. You don't like those quarterbacks.
I like the colors and all, Momo.
I'm wearing your colors today because
I don't understand that, Momo. But hey, that's you, buddy.
Let me ask Pizzle this. Let me ask you this as the rest of the Zoom. I would imagine it's going to be a busy room tonight, but just what's your thought on how your NFC the New York Giants defensive front's going to look? I know it's early, but if you had to piece it together now, how's that front going to look? Pizzle?
I want to go after him. I want to go after that.
Because it's scary, but I want to hear it.
Well, I mean, the fingers that I got crossed on this is that they all stay healthy. That's ideal for, hopefully. But I think Dexter Lawrence has been a bright spot. I think one guy that nobody's talking about, a rookie, Darius Alexander from Toledo. I think he's going to be a great
dude. Yes,
we
were
about
big
him
at the draft.
We were big in the draft about him, creating him later in the draft.
He is an athletic freak. I think he's going to be great. I think what they tried to do is once they realized that when they traded Leonard Williams, they said, "Oh, that was a mistake. We need to recreate that."
Oh man, that was.
I think that's what they did. I think they've recreated that again. And ideally, I think I would like to see Kayvon and Brian Burns to start out, and then let Carter kind of work his way in. Maybe create a newer version of like a NASCAR package. I think Kayvon can play the middle role and let Abdul and Burns come from off the edge. Because I think Kayvon's a better bull rusher than he is a speed rusher, in my opinion. So the possibilities are in. Momo is going to get the first taste of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when you look at that defense, I mean, Dexter Lawrence always. Anytime I play them in Madden, I always have to double team him in there, just because he is a beast, and he'll hold that line, and he's been a thorn in our side for quite a while. When you look at this, Kayvon, I was like, man, they got to pair somebody with him. They got to get somebody with him. I thought Brian Burns was going to be that guy.
But Burns got hurt, yeah.
But Burns did get hurt, and now you put Abdul Carter and any of those combinations, whether you're putting all three of them, I would say go to a 3-4. But then again, I would want to put Alexander out there as well with Dexter Lawrence and get him some playing time.
Well, I think the great thing too is that they're playing football, right? So you're going to assume the fact that you're, like a Micah Parsons could get hurt, week one, and
that's what Jerry was saying.
But and that can happen. And so, like, if Brian Burns goes down, for example, I don't want to see, but it's like you just pencil in a dual Carter, now you're good to go again. Like, so you can never have too many edge rushers. Just like Momo didn't understand this, you can never have any good quality quarterbacks in the room, Momo. Whether they're any good or not, Momo, it's better than freaking Tommy DeVito. But nevertheless,
if you say anything about the quarterbacks, you're right. I mean, you got two good quarterbacks. I think you weigh it a little bit with the seesaw with Wilson. I think as soon as you get Wilson out of that room, it's like, woo.
Winston's like, if Winston was playing week one against Momo, I wouldn't have confidence, Momo, but he could throw for 500 yards and 5 picks. Mm-hmm. So, but if Jaden Daniels goes down, Momo, you're cooked. It's over. See you later.
I don't think
Sam Hartford.
You're done, Momo. One at a time. Okay.
Marcus Mariota will fill his shoes just fine. Ask the Cowboys about it.
Won't.
Hey,
no,
Jesse Montanez.
Mariota's
Jesse, get in here. Talk to Pizzle.
You're a
fellow Giants fan.
Pizzle, I'm a subscriber.
You don't have the depth to survive the NFC.
I am also been a fan since 1977, since the dark days of Scott Bruner. So I know I've seen all 4 bowls. Took my uniform off, my shirt off, running around the streets, winning those Super Bowls. And Momo,
Pizzle,
I got
he lives in Philly.
I live in Philly. I live in enemy territory, Piz. So
and guess what? We've had about 5 quarterbacks better than Momo's ever seen in his life.
Exactly.
He's talking about that scrub y'all called.
I remember Mark Rippon.
Peyton Manning.
Real quick, let me get to the super chat.
I know you talking about that scrub, the one y'all wanted to be a Hall of Famer. He's all very good. I get that.
It's called just time, Momo. That's all that needs to pass is time. But he is a Hall of
Famer. He is not a Hall of Famer.
Linda says we'd love to see that Dak runs the East Trophy. Yeah, okay, Linda. You hurt my feelings tonight, Linda. Philly D says when a Pizzle says Momo, I laugh every time. People love Momo. Don't forget to subscribe to Momo's channel. Pizzle's channel and Momo's channel. But Pizzle's channel is pinned at the top.
I just feel bad. I just feel bad that Momo admitted that he hates rooting for the team.
I know. I just don't like the name. I just think it's a stupid name. That's what's wrong with
that. Momo, it is a stupid name,
man. Yo, Piz, he's going through Washington withdrawal.
No, I ain't going to no Washington withdrawal. I'm going when we put a 40 burger on you in the first game. I don't want to get nothing from nobody.
Now you're
no damn 40 burger, brother.
You're not getting on that
defense, man.
Just call them the Washington Cocoons. You know, the defense is going to be old, so you know you can call him the Washington Cocoons.
Momo, I say and repeat. Your damn quarterback, he's gonna be up damn garbage because we're gonna plant his ass all
One at a
over
time.
the place.
One at a time.
I have a question.
Go ahead, Hallie Pierce.
Okay, because hi, Cop Pizzle. I'm Hallie Pierce. I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan.
Hey there, Miss Haley.
And I've asked this to the other guys on another show, but I want to know what you think. Who is the one player that you think is going to surprise you on your team this season?
Wow, see, that's an in-depth question.
Well, what kind
take
of
a woman.
surprise? Like surprise me, or like surprise the
yeah,
rest?
that you
like,
think's going to be doing better than what you think.
Maybe everybody else, maybe us. Like I think he might have brought him up, Darius.
Yeah, I do too. He brought him up to defensive tackle.
I think Darius Alexander will
Yes.
could potentially be a household name. He's a defensive tackle. But to answer your question, I think that with the way that Russell Wilson throws the ball, you know, and I know Momo says he sucks, but I think that a guy like Jalen Hyatt, who is a speedster, speedster receiver, could potentially benefit from that type of quarterback play that we weren't getting with Daniel Jones. So I think Jalen Hyatt, who is a receiver in his third year, could potentially have more success and raise his stock up because of a quarterback difference now.
I think that Abdul Carter is going to be a stud for y'all.
Well,
Pizzle.
I
I think that he's going to have a double-digit sack season.
But that doesn't count.
That's not surprising. I mean, you're
that's not
I think he's going to sack
cheated.
Jaden Daniels about
Joe
3 times.
DeMassie's next. He was kind enough to put his hand up. Go ahead, Joe.
Hey Pizzle, I'm a Cowboys fan. I've been watching Mark in Game Time for a while, so I've watched you for a little bit. So I just had a question for you about the Giants. Do you think your offensive line will be good enough to hold up this year against the NFC East?
First of all, I want to apologize that you're a Cowboys fan. That's awful that you would do that.
There we go. You're
I was
fine
waiting
with
for
the
that one.
Cowboys.
The Cowboy with the
Shame
San
on you.
Francisco backdrop, they don't really mix, but we'll go with it.
I know, right? You
That's where I live, man.
You picked that up.
I thought you were going to say 49ers fan. But anyway, what was your question again, Joe?
I was just saying the
Offensive
offensive line. How do you think they'll
I mean, honestly, I'm optimistic about it because now that we've moved Neil from right tackle to guard, I think that that's going to be a positive thing. You know, it's a wait and see. To me, as a Giants fan, the two biggest things that I'm nervous about is the offensive line and that Malik Neighbors stays healthy. Other than that, I feel like I'm pretty confident in the rest of the unit of being able to figure out their jobs. But yeah, I mean, offensive line is definitely a concern because it's been a concern for the last decade. I mean, how could I not be concerned about it?
Hey, can I say?
Yeah, it reminds me of Dallas's run stopping. It's just been a problem for years.
Yeah, but Dallas got really. I mean, y'all had a really nice offensive line there for a minute, and you guys have kind of turned the corner a little bit.
We built it back up. Yeah, so it just got to see. We got to see how Tyler Guyton does this year, but I'll let other people get in.
Go ahead, Leo.
I just want to say real quick, first and foremost,
Leo Bridgewater.
I know everybody on here. You know, I've been on other channels and stuff, but Top Pizzle. I just want you to know that I'd never told any of these people this, but for me, you literally are my source code.
Wow,
I found Mark and Game Time and all of them through you were my very first. No, listen. You were my very first
Pop the cherry.
Super chat. You were my very first super chat.
I didn't know that. Well, he don't do super chats, but he does.
Leo. No, he was my very first super chat.
Give me my flowers, Leo. Thank you.
No, no. You know what? I'm good enough. I'm stand up enough to be able to give you that because I was upset when you were threatening to leave and not come back. I was one of those people who was saying, nah, I even sent money to your Cash App too. Because I so enjoy.
I have too.
Thank you,
I think he's hysterical.
I get it. That's awesome.
Well, let me just say this, Leo. I talk a lot of shit online, as every grown man should. And so I personally, when I first made content about Mark and Philly 500, I actually thought they were good content creators. And so because I thought they were good, I decided, you know what? I'll start hating on him, you know. So, but
Right.
anyways, it's been
Nice.
fun. It's been fun. You know, Mark is an interesting individual. I got to be honest with you. I think he should be a case study. Truth be told. But no, Leo, I appreciate that. To me, man, I love NFC East football. I hate the Cowboys. I hate the Eagles, and I hate the Commanders, Momo. But
Amen.
I love this division. It's so much fun to follow. It's like a reality TV
Agreed.
show. You know, so being able to
Yes.
bring people together, man, it's
New
awesome,
York,
man.
yeah.
It's awesome.
And that's the thing. That's the
Yeah,
thing,
let me
Mom.
get
I
to
mean,
this.
that's the thing, Capizzle. I actually live in Market. Okay, so I'm in Jersey. But the one thing that I always loved about your channel was the fact that you put yourself out there. I thought it was funny
It's
as
not
hell.
easy
I
to do
loved
what
it.
he does. I will tell you. You got to be.
No, I get it. You know, like
It's easy to
especially
sit here and look.
yeah, I like a lot of people stumbled upon your page because of the whole Devontae Smith thing, and I know how you feel about that. We're not going to beat a dead dog, but I do want you to know that your
You know
work,
what?
along with
I'm happy that I was right. I thought Devontae
Yeah,
Smith.
yeah, no,
know
I
he
am
was a
too.
I know he was a Heisman winner, but everybody kept saying that he was like his weight was an issue. He was
skinny,
scrawny.
yeah.
He's gonna fragile, but like I knew that dude was gonna be sensational, man. And he's
Oh,
been,
I believed you, and I thank you for that.
and,
But
and it's because the Cowboys traded with you, and
Yep.
screwed that up. And honestly, it messed us up completely. We didn't know what to do.
It
So
did.
we went back and traded, got Kadarius Toney.
Yep.
See how good that
And
was.
and that's
Screwed
the
you guys
thing.
up.
It made me realize how cool it is for people from different fan bases to actually
that's the way it
interact and
should be.
engage with each other.
It's
you know what I'm
allowed
saying?
to
Because
get-
that's what makes it fun.
Well,
It's football.
Leo, it's allowed to get rough. Me and Drew go at it, and he knows how to hit my buttons. But at the end of the day, you know, I've said many times, we're like
Chris always the
we're
best.
very
But
much
Leo,
alike. But
Leo,
let me
let
get
me-
to this real fast. D.
I'm
Ilya
sorry.
NYG, Cop paved the road for much of this. And that's the one thing I want to, I don't think I've ever asked you this. How much has YouTube changed for negatively or positively since you started? Because you've been in for a long time.
Well,
But you don't do a lot of, like, I do shit. It's a lot different than what, you know, it's not easy to, you know, when you're doing one video every 2 or 3 weeks, you know what I mean? So, but anyway, how has it changed?
I just think with the way culture and society's changed, that's what's really the biggest thing that's changed. I mean, you know, when I first started making content in 2007, the world was different. People's skin was a little bit more thicker. You could say things and people just kind of laugh at it and brush it off. Nowadays, you can't, you know, people, you say something wrong, you get doxxed. For the wrong thing. You know, I know Mark has experienced some of that. It's just, you know, the world's different now, so it makes that tough. I'm a man when the game is on, or when we know, like if it's a game week with the Cowboys, for example, like I hate the Cowboys. I can't stand. You know, my hatred for the Cowboys and Eagles and Redskins, Momo. That's what made me as big of a fan for the Giants. Like I need you guys just like y'all need me. Like or the teams, you know. And so to me, like man, that hate, like leading up to the game, man. It's hate week. It's like we hating on each other. Man, when the game's over with, it's over. You know, like whatever happened has happened. Your team won or my team won, and it's over with. And that to me is the way I've always saw it or always looked at it. So, but I mean, the leading up to it, that's when we should trash talk. Well, you know, that's what you should. You should have that anger and that excitement and that, because if you don't, then you're really not a fan of that team. That's the
we're the only
Everybody
division in
else in
football
here-
that every team has won the Super Bowl. No other division can say that. The NFC East, everyone's won the Super Bowl.
All right, Drew's got his hand raised, so let's go.
At
to
least
Drew.
2. Everyone's
Drew?
won 2 or more Super Bowls,
Drew, you're
including
up,
the
man.
Eagles. So
Drew, you're up.
yeah, we're the best
Eagles,
division.
Drew, you're
I
up.
think. So.
Say this, man. Thank you to Game Time.
We
Prime
fight, but you know, it's all fun.
You fight, but that's how we should do it. Pizzle, I've been following you for a minute, bro. You know, I've been following you, you know, big fan over here. But let me just say this to you, bro. The time when you were clowning Mark Holmes, when you were acting like you were Michael Anthony Fitness, bro, you sent
man, that was classic. You're right about that, Drew. That's classic. That shit was classic.
Oh, I got more for. I'm not done.
Rob, you remember that?
Man, I remember that.
he made a video about me.
I rewatch that all the time.
Nobody. Still nobody.
You know what's funny? I'm gonna say, and look, I love a good father-son combo. I mean, it's great being a dad myself, man. There's nothing when what I love about Mark is Mark puts his life out there. Like doing a live stream during a game is personal. It ain't easy. I don't personally like doing it, but so he does it, and I respect him for that. But Michael Anthony will tell you the truth about what that house really feels about the team. He can't help himself. Mark will put on sugar. Yeah, he will sugarcoat it. Like he'll
yeah.
He don't lie
Kyle
about
Pizzle, do you ever watch the way Mark be looking like the way his son looks at him in the truck? He's talking at him, and he's looking at him like, "Are you out of your damn mind?"
Michael can't. Michael's a terrible
mugging him.
Yeah, Mike is a terrible poker player. Like he exposes
I love
it immediately. And Mark is a great poker player. Mark will put up a good front. Mark will say stupid shit like Michael Parsons is just as good as LT. But Michael,
I remember that.
Michael can't. Michael has that incapable. So that's one thing I love.
Brother Scrutus.
What's up, Rob? Go ahead, Robbie.
Yeah. But Cop Pizzle, and
Rob is next.
Just so you know, I started my own podcast too, the
Rob.
Bird Section. But I think about, I appreciate all that you guys have done.
Thank you, Leo. I appreciate you, brother.
And keep going. Keep going. We're going to give you a hard time, but keep going.
That's enough. Good.
Hey,
this is like
Pizzle, Rob A here, man, and I'm a fan of you. Like Elio said, I love seeing you bust Mark chops. That's hilarious. Very, very, very funny shit. But my question to you is, now that you drafted Abdul Carter, do you think New York is possibly thinking about trading away Thibodeau and possibly trying to beef up that offensive line a little bit more?
I've heard that. No, I don't think so, man. I don't think so.
That'll be part of rotation.
Yes, I think at least for this year, minimum this year. I think they'll play that. They'll play that and try rotation. I mean, I again, I hate to assume that the Giants defensive line is going to be really good, but on paper, it seems like we could have something really talented, and hopefully it works out, man. Like I'm, after the last decade, it's hard for me to be positive about a lot of things.
No, that's understandable.
Yeah, you guys have had some good draft picks.
Yeah, we really have. I think that's kept some teams relevant, and we have struggled. I'm going to give you guys an interesting fact that you guys may not know. The last 5 Super Bowls has had a Giants first round draft pick in it. The last 5.
Yeah, I heard you say that before. That was interesting. I didn't know that until you mentioned
and it
that.
kills me. It kills me to know that, but it has. It's Saquon Barkley, Kadarius Toney,
yep,
and JPP.
Yeah, and I think Scadaboo is going to surprise a lot of people.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Scadaboo, he's not the biggest running back, but I think you can use him in quick plays in the red zone.
That's the Giants, right? You guys drafted the Giants. Right?
I forgot to mention
in the red zone for y'all.
I forgot to mention OBJ being a part of that list too. But yes,
one catch.
It sucks when your first round draft picks go out and win Super Bowls somewhere else.
That's the truth. Well, I mean, I think as a Cowboy fans, we've watched our draft picks waste careers not winning Super Bowls. So I think Hall of Fame, but like when I've watched your channel, Pizzle, and then run it and win it somewhere else. Pizzle, when I watch yours, I think that I'm not going to take away from what you do, but man, I got to give you freaking credit on those commercials when you need to step away. Like I'm like Folgers, I was like Travis, like commercials, and then the lack of truck. I'm like, that is freaking brilliant.
Yes, I'll watch them just for the nostalgia too.
I'm gonna tell you, it is hard to do live streams. Like I don't care what anybody says. Like when your team's getting that ass whooped, all you need to step away for a second because
smart.
I'm gonna tell you something about Mark. This thing what I hate about Mark. Mark will send all of his goons over there for a game. If I'm live streaming a game, and it's just like, oh, here they come. Here's 500, 600 of them showing up, and like, oh, the Giants. And so, man, it's like I got thick skin, but man, when your team does something bad, the last thing you want to hear is an Eagles fan or a Cowboys fan.
Oh yeah,
I agree. I get hid.
That first time you ever did that, I was like, that is just brilliant. That's how you take away from live TV. I'm like, that is just smart. Like that's
I watched the commercials and missed some of the game just because I'm catching the nostalgia bug. That's how brilliant that move is.
And everyone on this stream, I guarantee, has had meltdowns. Everyone.
Oh yeah.
Cowboys,
Oh,
yeah,
Eagles,
no doubt.
Commanders,
For sure.
Giants. We've
For
all
sure.
had meltdowns.
That's the
Hey,
one.
I want to say something. I
Raiders.
listen to everybody on this stream tonight. Y'all making me sick. I can't stand the Eagles. I hope they get their ass beat every week. I can't stand the Commanders. I can't stand the Giants. So that's
Don't
all
worry,
there is
Randy.
to it. And it
We got
starts
something
in
for you,
about
Randy.
4 to 5 weeks.
44 days.
That's why I
Now,
appreciate you, Randy.
Capizzle,
I appreciate that
I got a
passion, my
question
man.
for you, and
I wanted to go to
and
Walter
I'm not,
Red real
and I'm
quick.
genuinely curious. The magnitude of what happened last season, because I kept telling people that I felt that last season was hardest on the New York fan base, particularly because everything was so public. I mean, granted, there was the Saquon thing, but then for all of that to get aired on Hard Knocks, and then come to find out, he actually tried to stay. He didn't know that Joe Shane was giggling and doing all that stuff and saying the things that he said. And then it happening on the 100th anniversary. I kept telling people, like, forget Washington, forget Dallas. It is New York. That hurt because the way they talked about Saquon and everything, and then all that stuff came out after the fact. Can you speak to that? Like what does that, like, how do you reckon with that? Because to be honest with you guys look good so far.
So Cowboys have been on Hard Knocks several times, and
Right.
I've always been. I think Washington been on there before.
Why?
I don't think
No.
so.
No, I don't think so. No.
I have always wanted the Giants to be a part of
I
Hard
think they
Knocks.
have.
I've
Yeah.
always.
This year, everyone's going to be on there.
Well, on the in season.
Yeah, all of us are. Yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
which I think is going to be fantastic, especially for all of us who are.
Yeah, but he's talking about the traditional Hard Knocks.
But the traditional one, where they were part, and I was really we were technically an off season, not a training camp, which is more of the traditional one. But they did something completely new, which is off. Anyways, I was excited about being on Hard Knocks. That was really a big deal for me as a Giants fan, and it turned into a nightmare. I mean, I'm just going to be honest. I mean,
I don't like Hard Knocks either. I think
I
it's
love
just
it. I don't care.
It just
it's fun to get an
Hard
inside
Knocks is great.
look. It's fun to get an inside look, especially when your team is in a transition period like the Giants are. And to answer your question, to see the Saquon clips, I'm surprised they even got aired. And then to see you guys get him, because obviously, even though you got him, there was no guarantee that there was going to be any success. And then he goes in there and basically plays an MVP. I tried to tell Drew, like, to me, we're the reason why you got a Super Bowl. Like that, us being stupid.
Thank you. Thank you.
The reason why you guys, and I'm not trying to, that's not really, to me, it's like, if you don't have Saquon, I'm not sure your team is the same type of team.
And it may be
2024.
And maybe not in one game, because Drew's right. They stopped Saquon and Jalen won a Super Bowl. But in a totality of a season where it is a tick, it doesn't take much to be passed up, or then.
And
I will say this. To add on to what you're saying, game time is. I don't know if he would have got past the Rams in the playoffs.
Like Drew will take
fair.
it like a personal offense
I'll say
about
that.
Jalen. It's not really meant for
fair.
that. It's really meant to, without that dominant.
Saquon also gave
another element.
I mean, listen, that offensive line has been there, right? I mean, it's not like it's
but we've had success in the past to get into a Super
But I mean,
Bowl. We
it was
didn't win
different
one.
last year, Rob. It was different.
You're right. That's my point. Is that we've had success in the past going to the Super Bowl without elite running back, but he did take it over the top.
But it was
for us.
different last year.
Rob, he gave you a
but
second option.
It was different.
He gave you a second option.
There were
He
guys
took
were
it over the
multiple
top. He took it
steps
over the
ahead
top.
last year. It was a
Well, I will say that Capizzle, watching you go through the ebbs and flows of it all, because I do remember how excited you was. You got that they were on Hard Knocks, number one, and then seeing how you felt like, oh wow, like you got that little inside look on how Dayball is, and you were like, oh man, I think Dayball's probably somebody I could probably hang out with, like watching all of that.
He's smarter. He's smarter than I realized. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hey, again, if you listen to Jalen Hurts talk about Brian Dayball, he's still his coach. He says he still calls him Coach Dayball. and he knows how he is. And if you listen to Dayball talk about Jalen Hurts, he says he's just proud of him. He's proud of what he's become and how he's progressed. So there's no. And then Wink Martindale was a big help to Jalen Hurts in the off season last year because Wink Martindale said that he never had an opposing quarterback ever come to him and say, "Can you scout me?"
And good for Hurts for doing that.
Right, you know,
good for him.
I think I said this on the Sunday conversation that I felt like I had a light bulb moment where I realized.
Good point. Eagles
fans are coming. What Eagles fans, when the reason why we get upset or the reason why we get mad when we hear people say Jalen Hurts, you could drop anybody. That I don't think that's true because. Again, Lamar Jackson has arguably had a comparable talented team.
We don't need to go
but you
over
can't
this
just drop any quarterback on that team. And when you look at the fact that Jalen Hurts has had a different offensive coordinator every year for the last 4 years, like
we already talked about this.
Cannot be understated. And so you just can't just drop anybody in there. And when you talk about the wide receivers being good, the offensive line being good, you should also say it's argument. You could argue the quarterback is good, you know, and
Phil,
so
you want to get in here,
brother? In general, as we were talking about Hard Knocks, I think last year I saw that you cover a team in the preseason and then they cover a totally different team in the middle of the season, like. Follow the same team through the whole damn season. Like I'd rather see something where they just follow them. Like don't go away from it. I'd rather see the outcome. It's like a be continued movie that you never see the second half. You just kind of remember it.
Wait, Phil. I thought that's what the
think Hard Knocks is a
kiss
of
They're
death.
gonna change it, now. But that's what I'm saying. It was just one of those things where they just
I hate being
off.
on Hard Knocks.
Me and Phil were at the Star last year, and we went to the Star, and we were kind of reliving when they ran the drone all the way through the Dallas facility. Man, that was really, really neat. Again, I like seeing my team behind the scenes. Is it good for wins? Probably not. You know, I don't know. It's probably not. I think it all starts I think it starts with the coaching, and it's probably not good. I know Parcells hated it, right, Pizzle? I don't think Parcells he hated the thought of cameras, just like Bill Belichick wants no. So it's probably not.
Those
good
are
for
real
winning.
coaches right there.
But
exactly.
But when you start at a year, I know like some teams have better odds than others, but it's a marathon. Every year is a year like upon itself. Everybody's looking at like the schedule, like Pizzle was saying. I want to get back to it before we get out of here. I'm not going to keep everybody too much longer, but when we get back to the schedule. We're looking at the schedule based on last year's results. We all know, you guys know, that it's going to change. Teams that are good last year will not be good this year. I mean, Pizzle, what's your thought on Minnesota? I keep hearing how great they're going to be, but you got JJ friggin'
I hate the argument, Brian, of like, the Giants have a really tough schedule, which y'all play a very similar schedule. Like
we all pretty much do.
We all do.
Well, we don't know that all these teams are still going to be good or they're going to be
certain
bad.
times. Yeah,
they still got to play us.
Yeah, you still don't. I mean, you just don't know. But like,
exactly.
I mean, I think Minnesota could still be good, Brian. I don't see why they wouldn't.
Brian,
yes.
The article I read, they predicted that at least 3 teams are not going to make the playoffs this year. One of them was the Vikings, another's Tampa Bay, and the other's going to be the Bills.
Okay.
So,
wow, the Bills. Wow.
Yeah.
Also,
that's what they were predicting.
Damn.
But of course,
Also, guys,
according to human.
I'm gonna say this. I think Carolina's going to surprise a lot of people in the NFC South. I
So
think
they
they might
look-
be the team.
When they look at
NFC
the
South.
when they look at the Bills, and then they mean, Miami's going to be better. The Jets are going to be better. I don't see that. Like it's hard for me to think that the Bills would be that team. Like you could give me an argument for Houston, maybe, but it's hard for me to think Bills.
I can see like the Rams if they had injuries, like if they lost their quarterback.
Well, that's what I was going to
somebody
say.
like
San
that.
Francisco being better, maybe.
That's what I was going to say. The injury bug.
The injury bug. I think San Fran will bounce back because they have a weak schedule. Like if the Giants had the 49ers schedule, I'd be afraid.
Yeah.
I think Arizona might have something to say about that in the West, though.
Arizona.
They got Marvin Harrison Jr. Just saying.
Y'all counting out Denver now. You counting out Denver.
No, Denver's going to be good.
Denver could be good.
All right,
no one's counting out Denver.
Let's wrap this up. I think we did well, but we do this. I think Pizzle, before we get to the season, I was talking to Philly 500. We'll do something. I don't know who we'll get for the Commanders. I don't know. I haven't thought about it too much, but we'll get more in depth in everything.
Get Mark in here next.
Well, Mark will be here, but it'll be Mark.
Yeah,
you.
In the chat, tell him to jump on.
I got a lot to say.
Maybe Chris.
Get Mark in here.
Yeah,
he's in here now.
Yeah, no, I mean when we do like just a 4-panel.
He's in the chat. You can jump on.
Yeah,
is the Godfather in?
Mark ain't
bring your keto diet self up here, Mark.
He ain't ketoing. He ain't ketoing.
That's the Debo keto. That's the Debo keto diet.
He barbecues a piece of meat in live broadcast. That gets more views than my shit. Like, it's just crazy.
See, that's just what he gets. This is what he gets upset about. Everybody starts. He's not here, and everybody's talking negative on the man.
I want to hear the ladies. I want to see 4 ladies from each team in the NFC East get on here. We got Holly. We got Asia, who's on here on a regular basis. We need to find a female Commanders fan, Momo.
Philly
you need
D,
to
Super
research
Chat.
that.
Eagles' best pickup this year was Fangio, not Barkley.
We need to hear what the women have to say.
I would say Philly. I mean, you got Linda. Linda, she's knowledgeable.
Linda.
Don't forget about D.
I'm sure Linda will light some people up, but we need to have a Commanders
She's got to get in.
Elena.
But anyway, as we wrap it up, anybody else have any final thoughts? I'd like everybody to back out, and then it'll just be me, Pizzle, and Phil, and then we'll break it up.
I just hope there ain't no injuries in training.
That's what I was going to say.
I mean, that's been an Achilles heel for everybody, and that's a make or break. So I just hope all the players can stay healthy so we can have a fun football year.
Pickens had a scare, Lloyd. Did you see it? Pickens had a
cramps.
scare.
Yeah, the cramps.
Yeah, I seen that.
Cramps.
Seen that. But these guys know what's at stake, and they need to be ready for the football season.
Eat some bananas, Pickens.
Everybody's all dramatic. He had cramps, people. He's got to eat some pickle juice or something. Well, he'll be fine.
Honey.
All right,
Honey.
just if you make your comment, back out, please, and then we'll just one at a time, and then we'll end up me, Phil, and Pizzle, and then we'll get out of here. So.
Hey, Pizzle, take care, brother. Hey, fam, have a good one.
All right, man. Thanks, Rob.
Peace, Rob.
Loyal, you back out. Who else? Who's next?
Take it easy, yo.
All right, Hallie.
And hey, guys, the NFC Beast is back. Take care, Piz. It's a pleasure meeting you.
You too, brother.
Thank you.
Hey,
Hallie.
Pizzle.
I just want to. Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
No, ladies first. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm just going to say bye. It was nice to meet you, Cop Pizzle. And hopefully we get to see you and Mark and whoever else is going to represent, because I really want to see a really good cage match.
Yeah, well, again, it's tough when we have all these Zoom callers, but
yes.
Everybody was, and I don't know if I don't know that Pizzle don't believe me when I tell him that a lot of my subscribers love him. So I said, well, I'll see if he'll want to come on, and as much as we want to crap on Momo and Eagles Drew, it's more about you guys getting an interaction with them, and it was cool. So, who's next? Leo, you want to go next?
Yeah, hey Pizzle, I just want to say I hope this isn't the last time we see you. And I so enjoy your content, bro. Even though I'm on the opposite side of the track of you and everything.
You don't care.
It's all in fun, never personal. Just keep going, bro. I'm a big fan and I've always been one. Okay.
You don't know how many people I hear say Cowboys fans or Eagles fans that say like, "Oh, I wish you was an Eagles fan," or "I wish you was a Cowboys."
I do. I really do.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
But then again, at the same time, I wouldn't have this. So no, I like you just where you are, bro. And don't ever think that we don't think the highest of you, man. And please give my best to little baby doll and baby doll and little man too.
Whoa,
okay?
that's a good idea. That's a good
All right,
idea.
guys, y'all have a good one.
Man,
See
thanks,
y'all
Take care, Leo.
later.
Momo, next, brother.
Okay, yeah. I just want to thank Coach Pizzle for going after me. I appreciate that because I'm famous now because of you.
We're gonna help you find a new team, Momo. Don't worry about it.
All right, Momo.
we gonna talk later because I'm gonna be up there.
All right,
in your
brother.
chat.
I'll talk to you, Momo. Eagles,
right,
Drew,
later.
you're next, brother.
Hey, listen again. I appreciate you, Game Time. Appreciate you, Phil.
Scrapping.
Pizzle, it was a pleasure gracing the stage with you, brother. Been a fan for a long time. Hope to work with you again. Salute to everybody. Leo took my thunder, but I was going to say behind every great man is a great woman. Please give a salute to Baby Doll, Little Baby Doll, and Little Cow Pizzle coming up, man. All right. But I appreciate you guys. It was a pleasure. Go Birds.
Go Birds. That's right. I figured that was coming.
Always got to be cussing when you leave.
Randy McIntyre. Randy.
Hey, what's up?
Go ahead,
Hey, I
man.
just want to say, Fizzle, it was nice meeting you. As a Giant fan, I know you've had a rough time the last 10 years, and I can appreciate a true football fan standing behind their team night and day when they're not so good at all. So that's just all I got to say.
Hey, Randy, just imagine
Yes.
having to live stream that shit. That's not easy.
Oh my God, I can't even imagine
Last
the
year,
horror.
when Dallas
Daniel
was-
Jones,
when
that
Dallas was
them
going
are
in the
two
tank.
words.
Oh my God.
Daniel Jones, that's all I gotta say. And but you're a true fan, man. I appreciate it.
Randy, I appreciate you.
No problem.
All right, Randy. Well,
Take it easy, guys.
All right, brother. Yeah, Pizzle, we're having a meetup. Me and Phil are going to Vegas for, what is it, week 10? Phil, we're going to the Dallas
11.
Raiders.
I think week 11. We got week 10 is the bye week.
Okay.
Yep.
So week 11, we're having there's I don't know, I think it's up to 15 people flying out and hanging out with us. We're going to just hang out for the weekend. Me and Phil are going to go to the game, but everybody else is pretty much going in and going out. This is a good group, so we don't, I'll do this maybe once or twice a week, but I do a lot of content myself and me and Phil, but it is nice to bring them in every once in a while. So I do appreciate you, allowing them to ask you questions.
Man, I'm just blown away by people's comments to me tonight. I got to be honest. I'm a little bit taken.
I know it's.
I'm usually not lost for words, but I'm a little bit lost for words tonight. You know,
I want everybody to make sure that they sub up and support him, because what he does is outside the box. That's why I always liked him. It's not your normal read stats and this and that, and it's different, but that's what makes it good. Rob A, thank you, brother. I really appreciate you. And as you see, I have Eagles, Giants. I don't know why, but everybody seems to. I give everybody their chance to talk, I guess, and we don't have to agree. You see me and Drew going at it, but as we get out of here, any final thoughts? Just as the training camp is, is starting. What are you looking to see? Out of your Giants. I know everybody's hammering Russell Wilson. I actually think it's probably. I don't know, Pizzle.
Let me just say, first of all, I'm just very appreciative of everybody's comments. It means a lot to me.
Well, that's good.
That's really.
I didn't know how you were going to take it, because
that's really. It means a lot to me, and I really appreciate that, because I love my channel. I love supporting the Giants. Whether people understand my passion. Same thing with you guys. Looking at both of you guys, I'm a person, obviously you can see back here, I kind of got the kids room thing going on too. So I appreciate good studios, and that's one thing I respect about Mark is, he shares that, right?
He built that whole thing, right?
Yeah, man, dude, so when I see that, man, it's not a green screen, it's the real deal, and you're living it. So I think that's awesome. But as far as the Giants, man, I'm optimistic about them. I really am. And look, what Momo is saying about Russell Wilson, I say the same stuff. The man has been on numerous teams now with Denver and Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh, obviously a team that's borderline, you would say playoff team, right? They would rather go with Rodgers than Russell. So, but I will say this, Russ beat out Justin Fields last year. And so there's still something left in the tank. How much, we'll see. And at the end of the day, it's all about trying to get Jackson Dart to be the new franchise quarterback anyway. So, we'll see what happens. I hope the defense can keep them in some games. The Giants are returning basically 10 starters on the offense and replacing one, and that's the quarterback. So, You know, that's what that's what they're banking on, and hopefully Russ can just give them, you know, something else to be successful. So I'm optimistic about it. And like I said, I love the week 1 matchup. I think it's a great test for the Giants, and that's gonna be the telltale to me.
Yeah. Now,
And
do you
also,
think?
honestly, I like playing you guys week 2. By the way,
That's
and
actually I told Phil. I said that's the part I don't like because
I don't like it.
because we always open it up in New York, and I'm like, oh, I'm glad we don't have to open up in New York.
Yeah.
And then now we're playing you week 2, so we're coming out the gate. We're going into the belly of the beast at the link. Okay.
Well, the thing that I like
game.
is the thing that I like is I'm hopeful that both teams are healthy, so there's no excuses, right? And also, if we were to be able to beat you guys, that would be a lot of momentum that we can carry because we haven't had any success against the Cowboys. I mean, Dak is literally owned the Giants, and I hate to say that, but he literally has owned the Giants. And so he's had so much success against his team, and I hope we've got
Think about the pressure that we're going to have if we go into Philly and get beat, and then we got to come home. And let's say you go up to Washington.
But if we lose to Washington, I mean, you're not going to.
But what if you beat Washington and we're 0-1, and then we got to? I think it's prime time that we play the Giants. So,
yeah, and you got to question whether the secondary is going to be, going to be healthy. And again, there's not excuses and stuff, but those are reality. I think when you talk about those things, I mean, who's going? It's not going to be Diggs. It may not be Bland, Ravel. I mean, it's just none of those guys may be possibly there, and if they are, they're all recovering from huge injuries from the year before, and so we all understand that whole back bounce year that you really need. But I still like the rest of the complementary group. So, I really think that the Giants are in a position to really kind of play upset on a lot of those games. And Washington definitely for sure because they're going to have a healthy group. Hopefully,
Phil, that's why I said everybody's saying that they don't expect. And Momo takes it almost personally, and I'm not trying to. I'm like, Momo, it's part of a growing. I mean, it's almost like your maturation. Year 2, you're going to struggle a little bit. That doesn't mean that you're going to be bad, Momo. That just means Jaden Daniels is human. He doesn't walk on water. He's a light in the ass guy, and let's give credit to the other 31 teams. C.J. Stroud's a very good quarterback, and he kind of struggled a little bit. I mean, last year. I mean,
but also and this is why I go back to saying the Cowboys are a wild card. And I think Drew was trying to make a point. You guys are the only team with a new coach. Like you're the new coach, and you got a new weapon.
And a lot of new coaches. Yeah,
there's a lot of there's some new parts there for the Cowboys that are big parts. And so, will they work? Will they won't work? I mean, that's what's going to
be. And you got to imagine the percentage wise, you would think more will not work than they will work. That's especially if you have a lot of them in different. Oh well, okay, they worked? Okay, he's working right now, but maybe he's not working on that one play, and then he's not working on the other play, and he's
Well, because I brought up something to Drew just real quick, and I said that the Eagles, they let Darius Slay go, they let Bradbury go, they let a bunch of. I mean, they're like a few guys. They let Maddox go. They let their other cornerback go. They're going completely young. I mean, completely young at the cornerback position. And they're high-end picks, and I get it. They got some experience. But now you got Malik Neighbors, right? Year 2 with, I'm sorry, but a better quarterback. It seems like they're going to have more firepower. You got Dallas now with Pickens. And now you got Terry McLaurin and Debo. That's going to be harder on those guys.
Yeah, I mean, the NFC East, to me, is going to eat themselves up a little bit. I mean, there's no question about it. I don't know how the Eagles, that's why I go back to
going to be easy.
I don't know how in the world they even repeat. And that's not to say that they won't be still good. I think they'll still be good, but this idea that they're going to repeat is, to me, is a little bit crazy because end of the day, they are going to have a target on their back. Every team is going to come after them.
Well, I think they get caught up because stats will tell you they're not. Vegas is saying they're the odds are.
And by the way,
Vegas is different.
The Giants literally did what they just did. We did it in 07, 08. When you have a good team, if you can keep most of the nucleus together, you can potentially win a couple of Super Bowls. Like the Giants did that in 07, 08, and then we carried it again to 11 and 12. Well, the Eagles just did that. Granted, the quarterback was different. if your nucleus is strong, the goal is to get a couple Super Bowls out of it. Well, they accomplished that. But now, what happened after the Giants got that 11-12 Super Bowl? It's been all downhill ever since. Like, the Eagles' time is going to come to an end. I know that they don't think it will, but it will. It's just the way NFL is.
Right.
So see.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see, by the way, the Cowboys, if the coaching changes what and this is the thing I was saying about the Commanders. Like, you didn't have no tape on a Dan Quinn coached Commanders team and Jaden Daniels. You caught everybody by surprise. And then you're not going to be able to do that this year. And so the Cowboys kind of have that benefit of what kind of team is this going to be under new leadership?
Yeah, when you look at Washington, I think you have to kind of believe that they're going to live and die by the quarterback. And I think it helps them that he can run and get out of trouble. But man, in his college career, in last year, we saw him take some shots because he was not getting down. So I mean, he needs to learn how to slide. Now, we've been saying that and preaching that, but like, I think that escapability helps him. But it just takes one good shot to change, to do what you said and push that franchise back a little bit for the season.
Absolutely.
So Brian, man, I give you credit, man. You kind of kept it calm. I mean, you didn't have to blow up off the whistle.
Man. Again, it's tough when you have that many people in here, and that's why me and Phil always say we don't really have to go over any topics because it all goes back to the same shit every week. Dak sucks. Eagles are the best. Giants are on the come. Momo's in his own world, but it's fun. But yeah, man, I think I mean, at the end of the day, I appreciate it because, I don't think a lot of channels do this and get their I think this is interesting, and that's why I wanted to do this Wednesday night show. We'll get back to just 4 people next week, and then we'll let in a Zoom crew the last 15, 20 minutes. But Pizzle, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. It was fun. We really didn't talk too much X's and O's, but everybody loves you, bro.
Too early for that.
So again, all we got is hope. I think
this
the
is a
NFC
fun
East
time
is
for
gonna
everybody, though, right?
It is.
Everybody's optimistic. Everybody's feeling good, and so the X's and O's really start to come once to get those first few weeks out, and we figure out who's got the X's and who's got the good X's and good O's. But right now, it's fun.
And it's not going to go according to plan. That's the thing.
I know.
I don't know what the plan is. The plan could be totally upside down, and Giants are going.
By the way, like everybody keeps going back to schedule, there's going to be one quarterback on one team that's going to get hurt before the season. So it's going to happen.
Unfortunately,
something is going to happen.
Coyote says Danny Dimes would have won under the Eagles' offensive line. If he would have had the Eagles' offensive line, that would have been nice to see his career. It is a shame because he's.
There's a lot of players
this year, though.
There's a lot of players that have left the Giants and went on to be successful.
Well, we talked about it and we keep going back, but it is true. DeMarcus Ware, like guys have to leave Dallas to go win a Super Bowl these days, and it's frustrating. It is. It's very frustrating, but hopefully this year is different. And there are a lot of questions for Dallas. It's a big question mark, but I think they could be really good, and I think they could be. And I don't think they're going to be like last year. Last year was a decimation. I think they'll be 9-10, 8-9-10. Something like that. I don't think that's ridiculous, but we'll see. Eagles are thinking that they can't be stopped, and Washington they're in their own world, but they got a good coach, like you said. So if you have a good coach, you're always in the game, I think, and that's what scares me about the Commanders is the coach, right, Phil?
Yeah, I mean he kind of knows us. He's
he's had success against them though.
Yeah, I mean
he almost beat them twice.
He knows how to game plan. Let's be real. I'm interested to see him and Shoddy go against each other because obviously there was something there in practices and stuff. I mean McCarthy was calling most of those, but I'm pretty sure during the training camp, Shoddy was probably calling more of the offensive stuff than in the game. So I'm interested to see. Shoddy just being able to, when I hear him talking on the Cowboys, I love the lingo. I love what he's talking about emotions and disguising things and just where it wasn't just vanilla. Okay, we're going to line up people and we're just going to, play, 11 on 11. And that's awesome when you need a first down or something like that. But when you need to win a game, you need a strategy behind it and you need to be able to adjust. And I just thought that wasn't what our coaching staff was doing. And so, behind him, I love the Eberflus. I thought that was a very shocking. I was wanting to go for somebody like Salas originally, but Eberflus I thought was a great pickup. And I think the guy that I get most excited about is the offensive line, and that's Clayton Adams and that whole where the offensive coordinator position. But as for you, but you're right. I mean, with the coaching in this division with Dan Quinn, I mean, he has a hell of a coaching staff with him. And it just does make it difficult to win within this division, I think. And that's what I got to give you with Daboll. I think that's the thing with Hard Knocks. When I saw him in there, that's when I realized that, what he's asking these quarterbacks in the draft and everything. I was like, okay, no, this guy definitely knows football. And I can understand why they've been staying with him for the past couple of years.
Yeah. But this year it's got to click. It's got to work. I want to support him 100%, but it's got to work this year, or man, it's gonna be ugly.
Yeah. Real quick, I just did a drawing, Joe DeMasi. I drew your name, brother. So email me your address at GameTimeBrian@gmail.com. I'll send you a signed card, and I'll probably send you a T-shirt. So just Joe, give me your address and your T-shirt size, and I'll send you one of the signed. Yeah, it is creepy, but I'll send you one of the signed.
Can I miss something? Can I miss something?
What's up?
Mark sent me a shirt of him literally spanking me. No,
spanking you?
He was this was the one that he.
Oh
yeah.
He's
like, who's your daddy? And then it's like me. He's spanking me. It's got a picture of him, like it's a guy in a New York Giants gear like me, and he's getting spanked by Mark.
Yeah, I remember it. Yeah,
I wear that T-shirt around the house every so often. So
well, that one
I hate
video,
to admit it, but I kind of like the shirt. I think it's funny.
Well, that one video that you did, that was funny.
One of the ones I made fun of him. I was wearing it.
Yeah, you had the pillow and you were walking around the front yard. That was a comedy gold right there. But anyway, all right, everybody. Thanks, Pizzle. Primetime Phil, as always, brother. Hang on, Phil. I want to talk to you real quick when we're done.
Yeah, definitely.
But Pizzle, thanks, brother. Everybody, I appreciate it. You guys were wonderful tonight. I'll talk to everybody later. Peace.
Hey, man. What? I'm cool. This is me. We're gonna jump on that spaceship and get out of here. Let's go.
No judgment. Shoot.
To smash that subscribe button. You know what? I'm gonna give it. I'll give it 4 out of 5 avocados. Korg?
I was raised by avocados.
Oh my God! Just kill me now.
Ho ho ho. Green Giant. Hey! We know each other. He's a friend from work.
I think it's going really well. I know. This is literally the first time I took my gun out of the holster. Right. And that is why we need a triumphant video. What? You guys led us to this. Thank you.